Thank you for the share. I know I started late. What's up? What's up? Hey, Las Vegas, what's going on? Hey, Kitschy Mushroom, how are you doing? I'm trying this new. So I'm trying this new little tripod I got. I want to see if I like it a little bit better. How's it going? So today I'm trying something a little bit different. My name's Dee. If you've not been here, what's up? Shake it up retro. Hey, 11, how you doing? Hey, mid-century Melinda, how's it going? Anyway, my name's Dee. I stream all of my coffee talks and my whatnots to YouTube. So if you want to ever go back and watch when we talk about shipping and different things, please do that. I'm just popping on a little bit late this morning. I'm doing really, really good. Thank you so much. Doing good, having a little tea this morning. It's so beautiful. I didn't get to do my walk this morning yet, but I'm gonna get out after the chat. But all is well. Just kind of getting organized. I have a show on Saturday, a mystery box show that I've been really working hard on. So that's why I haven't really done any shows, and all is good. How's everybody else doing? Hey, Dawn, how you doing? Hey, Silly, what's up? Silver Spud, what's up? Doing good. I'm so glad. So what's new with everybody? Hey, Cece, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Are you back in town? Are you still traveling? Everybody follow everybody. Hey, Cal, how you doing? You guys know, like I always do these chats to just help out. Oh, you're in town? Right on. Well, we'll have to connect. Sorry, missed your show on Posh. The timing is crazy with the time change. I went to go on, you're already off. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. So how's everybody's? I know you're like that. We're friends. It's all good. I know you understand. So what's new with everybody? Wait, Fab Flip Lady, are you coming back to Whatnot? Do you have a show scheduled? Get one. Come back. Come back over here. No pressure, but you should have one. You have great stuff. You're a lot of fun. Oh, you do have one next week. Okay, good. You just scheduled it, right? All right, let me bookmark it. No show bookmarked yet. Okay. You're going to put one in Monday? Put one in so everybody can follow. Hey, Candy, how you doing? Okay, good. That way we can get you some bookmarks. Hey, I have to read some of these because, when you look on the phone, it's so tiny. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Derek. What's up? Hey, Robert. Hey, Mitt. Mithril. How you doing? Sometimes I have to look at my computer, you guys. What's up, mamas? Sneery Designs. Am I saying your name right? What's up, Samantha? How are you? You sell stuff. Right on. Hey, Big Sevens. What's up? Anyways, so, anybody in here a new seller that hasn't been selling on Whatnot or wants to get started, let me know. Did your first live thrifting yesterday, and people do not want hard to find. They want inexpensive. I know. So for me, I don't live thrift. One, if I'm going to live thrift, I know it's fun and to try something new. It's a lot of work for a couple of dollars. I don't know, but it's fun to try it out. I'm glad you did it. But I watch a lot of people do it and I see how cheap this stuff goes for. And for me, yeah, it's good for exposure. But it's just not, it doesn't make any sense here in California. All the thrifts around me are expensive. And I typically do not go to thrift shops by my house. I have to travel a ways. And even then they all think they're like an eBay store. What's up, Tracy? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, it's not cost effective for me. I already joke about it. I have my own dealers. I deal with local antique markets, and I usually will get a better deal with them because I'll buy a whole bunch, or I buy estate sales, buy stuff online, just different things. Hey, my friend. So you got to play around. You got to find what works for you. Like me selling my stuff. You know what? Estates are fun, and the life thrifting is fun. There's a lot of people very good at it, and they just do it because it's fun. And I may eventually do it. I don't know. Maybe if I travel somewhere, I'll do it, right? But then you got to have your boxes, you got to have your packing stuff. So, you got to weigh it and see what it's all about. Yes. Bam! Country, what's up? How you doing? You had fun. See, that's all that matters. Absolutely, 100%. I love estate sales. I've been going to a few. You guys know about estatesales.net. You can find like just about any estate sale across the whole country. Um, some of them, they don't care. They let you fill a bag for like 10 bucks. Some let you fill a bag, and some like have eBay or collectible price, whatever their value is. They look it up Google Lens, which Google Lens is good to an extent. A lot of times people are wrong. Nat, you guys know Nat, she had her show the other day on Sunday, and it was more of an educational because she's like the Blanco expert. I mean, she has the most beautiful collection I've ever seen of Blanco, and she has a lot. She has really rare pieces, and she knows how to tell. I mean, she's been collecting, I don't know how many years, a long time. And, you know, a lot of people are selling Blanco on Whatnot, on eBay, on different sites, but it's not. She has over 400. Yeah. She has them in the closet. She has them in the kitchen. She has them in the bathroom. She has them in the shower. No, she doesn't have a shower. The living room. I told her it looks like Blanco puked in your house. She's like, I know. She don't care. But she has some beautiful, I mean, like some lamps, beautiful, beautiful pieces. But there was like a particular ashtray that she was talking about. Yeah, Blanco Queen. And if you ever want to know if something's Blanco, you can absolutely message her. I'll put her name here. And she does shows usually on Wednesdays, and then she does a Sunday Blanco educational one. So you should follow. But there, if you Google Lens, like there's an ashtray, it's round, it's blue, it looks like a flower, right? If you Google Lens it, and we were talking about this, 100 of them come up, and it says Blanco. But she said no, it's not. It's not Blanco. It is Jamestown glass. So you know you if you rely on Google Lens, you might be selling your customer the wrong item, and they might not know right away, not care, they're trusting you. So make sure you do a little extra research, because Google Lens is a good starting point, but you got to expand your research. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately, how a lot of people go, and I've said it myself, and I know better, and I say, oh, Google Lens it. And it gives you an idea to look it up. Some pieces are old, they're not even on Google, they're not even on eBay, they're not on any sites, they're in books. So you kind of have to look in the books. Hey, Noreen. Hey, Erie Vibe. What's up? Hey, Bunny Vintage. How you doing? Says, well, what's up? How are you? Doing my little chat this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so I don't know. A lot of folks don't even know about Google Lens. They're like, what's that? And it's good you don't. Just do your research. A lot of people know, they'll, you know, pick their item. I don't, looking around here. Hey, Crafty Fox, I'll have like a little angel like this. It's old Homco. And you could look it up, you know, on the Bay or different places. But when you're selling your stuff, we've been talking about this for a while. Sometimes we'll be like, you know, I'm going to run it for $5, and it might be, yeah, let's go back to that. Exactly. People often think Google Lens is law. You have to research further. It is a good starting point. Absolutely, Tracy. I have noticed, like, if I do search something like Fenton or whatever, that's a rare piece, it usually is pretty accurate. But if it's not online, it's not going to show it. I got to go to my catalogs. I have to go back to the old catalogs. And even times I've gone to my dealers, my antique dealers, and guess what? They're like, oh, it's Fenton. I look it up, and it's not even Fenton. It's some other brand. So I even have to check, because they assume it because it looks like it, it feels like it. And, you know, it's just that's like a baby step. And if you don't know, you base it on your price. So like I said, like that little figure, say I run it. I'm not running it because it's broken, but say I run it and I'm like, okay, say I paid $1, $2, $3. You know what? It's broken. I'm selling for $5 or $8 because I want a one. It's under a pound. I got to use my own box. I buy my own boxes. There's $1 right there with packaging materials. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that you cover like your costs. We don't usually talk about pricing, sourcing, or any of that, but I like to like just give you guys little things, because you have to figure it out yourself. I mean, I've been shipping, buying, packing, shipping, selling, all that stuff for like 20 years. And you don't learn it all overnight, so don't feel like you have to like learn it. And people are using AI to make listings. Yes, a lot. Yeah, AI is a big thing right now, and there's some pros and cons of it. You know, there's some pros of, yeah, if you're doing stuff yourself and you're trying to cut some productivity time out that you're losing because you're spending all the time making a video, making a post, making whatever it is. A lot of people are using AI for that because they're a small business and it works for them. Yeah. And you know what? That's fine. And then there's some people that are like, I don't even want AI on my phone. I mean, your phone is already AI, folks. Sorry to tell you. They already got enough info on you, but I have some apps on here. They're pretty funny. They're pretty great to use. You got to pay for them, of course, the good ones. I have that GPT chat one. You can write a song. You can do a post with it. I haven't even really used it. You can even do your homework with it. I don't have any homework, but the kids were like, "Can I use your phone, Mom?" No, figure it out yourself. You can check your work. If you show me it, you can check your work. You found that about 75% of the time, Google Lens does not even come back with items I took a picture of. Oh, I know. I know. What was I taking a picture of recently and I was cracking up? It was like a little dog. It was really, really old, like 1800s. And it was at the antique shop. It's not mine. But I was just curious like how accurate it was. So I took like pictures of 5 things. The only thing out of the 5 came up was the dog. But when it came up, it showed real dogs. That's real useful. I mean, they were cute. It was telling me what kind of dog it was. Hey, Christine, how you doing? Hey, Liz, welcome in. Hey, Trouble Girl, welcome in. Hey, Freckle, how you doing? So I'm testing. I'm on 3 devices right now, you guys. I have like an older like iPhone, but it doesn't load. It doesn't load my. It just lets me see the chat. So that's maybe useless. Oh, good. I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, things are good. Just working on, different projects. And I haven't been really doing Whatnot that much. I'm almost a year on Whatnot, you guys. So I was going through like all my archives. And the other day I found my first video that I was going to post before I went live. You know how you could put a video in your show? And I was laughing. I was like, it was very different over here. I'll probably post it on my YouTube and my Instagram because it's funny when I have a year October 5th. Hey Carol, welcome in. Hey Mel, welcome in. Somebody said they were new to Whatnot, so welcome to Whatnot. It's a crazy, fun, amazing group of people. That's really what it's about. It's a social networking, selling platform that's unlike any other. And a lot of folks are on all hours of the day, right? And night and buying and selling. And it's pretty awesome. It's almost like, I don't know. I mean, it is like QVC, eBay, they all had a kid and it's Whatnot, right? But Whatnot is trailblazing. It's number 1 right now. I think it's number in all the selling platforms that are out there. I think it's actually the fastest growing, and I think it was number 9 on some special list for e-commerce sites. I was kind of surprised, but it's grown that much. So welcome in, welcome in. And if you're a new seller and you have a question, feel free to drop it in the chat. I don't think I have any show notes. I don't think I updated them. No, I did. There's a bunch of show notes in there. Just make sure I have them. Yes, they're in there. So welcome. The other day we were talking about shipping. Has anybody had any issues with any unbundling or bundling or things like that? I've been really thinking about that a lot. I haven't had any issues. I had one that I did myself, and I can tell you guys about it again. I don't have like any kind of agenda today. I just got on to talk, but I did want to talk about that. And new sellers, let us know if you're new, and everybody follow everybody. I always say that. The bundling thing, yeah. And also another really important thing, even if you're buying on the app, make sure you go to the store. Like if you're using Android or you use an iPhone, you go to the store to download the app and make sure you have the latest version of the app. You definitely want to make sure you're doing that. Because with the app, they change little things or they have little bugs. Like if you're constantly getting kicked out of a stream, you need that update because there's something like that where it's just crashing. Like a lot of times where I would be running something and the timer, it wouldn't even start. It would not let me run my Whatnot. It was a very, very bizarre thing, but I think they fixed that. The shipping they fixed. I haven't had any real issues that weren't caused by myself with shipping. But hey Junebug, Hey, I always like to say hi to you guys. Hey, Jana, how you doing? Hey, Marcus. Hey, Junebug. Hey, Carol. Okay, got Carol. And then let me read your name because I'm missing it. Hey, Amethyst, how you doing? I love your name. Hey, Sisters Gem Rescues, how are you guys? So we should do a poll. Did you know as a seller you could do a poll in your show? Let's do one. Let's do one. They're always fun. Let me add one in right now. And let's just, it helps us do it. I love them. So I'm just going to ask, are you a seller or a buyer? Just to kind of get the feel for it. Yeah, buyer. And it's a not, just so you know, you don't have to complete the little poll. It's just to let us know. And if it's anonymous, so nobody knows your answers. I know, I forgot seller and buyer. I mean, I personally assume that sellers are buyers too, right? I should put, I'm just a collector, right? Yeah. Hey, Janet, welcome. Hey, Drop Top, what's up? How you doing? So let's see. So, hey, Philip, welcome in. Yeah, so we've got, it's 60-40 right now. Not everybody does the survey. Just surfing the app right on. Are you new to Whatnot? It's a lot of fun. I actually have like 20 packages over here I need to open. I haven't opened them. I think I get to a point where sometimes I'm buying stuff just to support another seller. And then I open it and I'm like, what in the hell did I buy? What did I buy? All the time. Yeah. All the time. I mean, there's some things I'll buy and then I'll resell them. Or there's some things that like I'll buy, right, and you tip more. So I've been doing that too. Yeah, totally. Yeah, exactly. You have packages from last month and you haven't opened them. It's a real problem, huh? It's a real problem. I know okay, you guys know OMGYG Christina, right? She had like 45 boxes from like July. But you guys, just so you know, I want to tell you something. If you get something and it's broken and you wait like a month to open it, Whatnot might not cover you. So make sure you open your stuff. I know it's hard. Sometimes we're busy. We just pile it up and deal with it later, right? So Whatnot only gives you 2 days. They may have changed it, but last I knew that you had 2 days to file a case from when it was delivered. So double check your packages. But yeah, I'm the same way. Is there a way to get my items in the store in the order I want them? Numbering doesn't seem to work. Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot of complaints about that. I put my items in the store, and so there's other things people have been telling me. Don't use the pound sign. Mine was working great up until today. I didn't have an issue. I always, from the whole time, I know, do an unboxing live like OMG, or just open one package right now. Oh, I don't even want to deal with it. That's the crazy part. I'm gonna actually. I'm doing something different. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah. So, have you tried to take the pound sign? Do you use a pound sign with your numbers? And then, yeah, Liz's show yesterday, they were talking about this, and they said if you put the letter A, like A1, A2, A3, and I mean, it's kind of a pain. That's not my numbering system. Let me see what you said. Yeah. So somebody said they did like A1, A2, A3, and boom, and then B, etc. And it was in order. But now that you ask me that, I'm looking at my stuff. Mine's in order. 5670, 5723. Let me just look because mine looks like it's in order. Yeah, my stuff is in order on my desktop. Go look in my store and tell me if it's in order. I've been using too. Yeah, I've been using the pound sign since Whatnot, since I started on Whatnot. I know it makes it easier because somebody could go through, one of your potential buyers could go through and say, hey, show, and it always is this with mine, show item 2700. And this is like my real inventory with my software where I actually keep track of inventory. And then that item goes in my catalog because in my catalog is my cost of goods, my shipping costs for the box, the packaging, etc., my weight, everything. I know, but what if you have 5,000 items? Double zero. I saw the double zero thing, and if you do 00 and you have you have, I mean, I guess people do it differently. So 00 works if you have like 100 items, because you're going to have, you could do it multiple ways, 001 and etc., going up and up and up. But you start out per show. Yeah, they said it wasn't. I know. I hope they fix it. Whatnot. Please fix that, because I like the pound sign. It works. It's a bug. It's a bug, Tracy. It's a bug with the coding. Something they updated works, and then on the technical end, without getting too technical about it, it's like when you fix one thing, something breaks. And then you got to roll back. Like they had an update where the menu looked totally different. And if you notice, it went back to the old way because it was glitching with whatever they put in. Like it wasn't jiving, it wasn't working. And it's constant battle with so many users, different operating systems. This is background stuff you guys never see or have to worry about it. Thank you. Hey Liz, what's going on? Hey, bunch of cool stuff. So on that end, like I was like, what can I do on my computer to make my numbers stay in order? Nothing. I tried. I even looked at the code. It totally is. That's a great one. Like a bad recipe. Yeah. So, if you bake a cake, if you don't put flour in it, it's not going to work, right? So maybe put a little bit. And then each time something else goes wrong, it's like you get 10 steps forward with something. And then they're like, oh, let's do this. Let's change something with the shipping. It breaks, right? Got to back up a little bit. Yeah. So the stories are there. They just moved them under followed hosts. You guys know that, right? The stories are there. I have 2 devices, so yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to try something. Let's see if I go away. Am I still here on screen? Hey, Sabaloo, what's up, sweetie? Okay, good, because I'm on 3 devices today. And I actually want to check something since I'm on here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you. I have an older iPhone that I'm using. It's another click I won't make, right? Okay, can you guys see this? So when you first go into the app, right? This is my homepage. Living Bliss is on, and different people I follow. See where it says followed hosts up here? Maybe I should charge this thing. Hold on a sec. Let me plug it back in. I know. I hate that it does that. I wish it was on the main page because then everybody sees it. But right to the next one is followed hosts. There's the story. So if you want to create a story, like I can create one right now. You see what I mean? So they moved it over. It should have stayed. I don't know why they did that. Maybe to fit more people up on the main page. I have no idea. I just wish it would have stayed but that could be causing other glitches. And they're figuring out. Their IT team is awesome. There's tons of them too. And believe me, there's probably nights that go by where these guys are up working on it. And they're trying to figure out like, why is it doing this? Let's try this. Let's try that. And then they brainstorm and they try different things, and then one thing out of 10 that they apply to the app work. So that's why so many updates. You can even look in like I look back to the versions that they've come out with, and each thing will say like what they're trying to fix. And I'd say 99% of the time it just says bugs, like bed bugs, right? So they just don't go away. Yeah, you're doing all right. Okay, good. Did you get the insurance thing figured out? Well, I want to talk about that too. Yeah, Liz, I always forget to do it, so I don't even. I'm just like whatever. Yeah, they spread elsewhere. It's true. It's so true. I was actually working on this big catalog project for one of my clients, right? And I was finished with it, and then they wanted all the raw files, which I usually give to them when I'm done with it. And then they basically put it on, they clip it and put it in their website. So every time the guy did that, because I locked everything down, all the font changed to a different font. He didn't understand why. So then I'm like, well, if I come over there, I'm going to charge you. And they're like, okay, come over. I had to spend 4 hours with the guy showing him that he kept clicking the wrong thing. So we figured it out, but it's like, wait, they're focusing on the co-hosting right now. The other night I saw a live with 10 people co-host. What? 10 people and a co-host? What in the hell does the screen look like? I mean, that's cool if they could pull that off. They can. They'll be able to. But I wonder if phones will like support that. Wow. They were all on top of each other. Well, yeah, they're all going to be tiny. Just like when you're on a Mac, you can have a ton of people too. Okay, you're still waiting on the boards and bags for whatnot to reach back. Okay, nervous. Yeah. Okay, so is it okay if I talk about it? Oh, the phone supported too. Okay, so Sabaloo had sold like 4 items that were needed to be insured for like more than two, I think 250 or something. And so what happened was she's like, what do I do with the insurance? Because we're told that it's a $2,500. Okay. Oh, because it was the comic book that sold for $2,000. Right. What happens in that case? And I hadn't had anything that I insured through Whatnot, because I did read at one point on their website that packages, if they needed insurance over $1,000, you had to contact Whatnot. Well, I didn't really have. I had like one thing, but I paid out of pocket for the insurance, right? So what we found out, and I think you're still waiting, right? Is we wanted to see if other people had that happen where they had something of extreme value and they contacted Whatnot. And apparently what happens is if you sell something and it's over, $500 or 1,000, I mean, before you even sell it, you should reach out to Whatnot and say, hey, what do I do? I want this insured. Is the $100 going to be enough? Right? So then you email customer service or via the app. I think they want it's seller support at whatnot.com. And because they're still checking the email, but they really want you to go through the app. So we're talking about Idolize. We're talking about packages. If you say I sell a laptop, an Apple MacBook Pro, and it's a $1,500 computer, okay, and I'm going to ship that out and I sell it, I need to know how I'm going to insure it. Am I paying out of pocket? The customer is not paying for it because the transaction is completed. So you have to contact Whatnot and they're going to give you a new shipping label. Somehow it'll be either emailed to you or uploaded. But prior to selling something of significant value, I would definitely email first and let them know, hey, I'm going to be running electronics or like I have expensive cameras and I'm going to have a camera show. I want to make sure the insurance is on every package. So I need to know how to apply that. And I don't think they charge extra for it either. I really don't. So I had paid out of pocket maybe 3 or 4 times, but it wasn't that much money. And it was because the order combined was, $500-600. I wanted that insured in case anything happened. But even though I paid out of pocket and Whatnot would have covered it, I still wanted to have the extra insurance. Yeah, let us know so we can decide it. I was just trying to ask if anybody else have had packages where they did that with Whatnot's feedback was on the insurance. Yeah, because you don't know. Because it's not in the it's not in the Whatnot seller help area. It just mentions that if you have packages over $1,000, like it seems like it reads to me off the top of my head, packages are insured up to $1,000 and contact Whatnot for additional insurance. I think you can pay for additional insurance at the post office counter. I believe I've done that. Yeah, you can. You actually can pay for insurance at the post office. However, Whatnot doesn't really want us to do that. They want us to contact them. I highly recommend contacting them before you do a show and ask them what the policy is, how they help us. You know what I mean? No, the card fiasco, I mean, I can't fully speak on it because as far as I know, the person was stealing and yeah, they were stealing, like say they opened a pack online, they were like going off camera with their hands and then dropping the good cards while they were sorting, and that's stealing because they can't show what was in it. Yeah, and they were yeah, a lot of hits over $1,000 never showed. Okay. Yeah, I used to watch that stream all the time and I always thought it was weird that their hands, like when you're dealing, I sell cards. So when you're dealing with a pack of cards and you're sorting it, like you have to keep it on camera and then stack it. And then I would always stack mine after, but they saw what they got and I delivered what they got. But we're talking, this guy made $7 million in or $5 million. Yes, right. $5 million in like 7 months, which is incredible. But, Whatnot reimbursed everybody, refunded all the people. And I'm sure they ate quite a bit on that. So it's just about having integrity, doing the right thing when no one's looking. And that's with everything, selling stuff, giving stuff away. I was in a stream a couple of days ago and I was an electronics seller. They are really amazing at it. And they are. And I hope it stays that way. And I hope that, one bad egg doesn't ruin it for the rest of us. But we all have to have due diligence and work at having integrity because some people just don't have it, And I hope that a lot of people continue to have it because if you want to be a reputable seller on the app, and you can't, number one, you cannot make everybody happy. You just can't. You try, you just can't. And you do the best by representing the item, describing it in your detail, having the right weight, and helping your customers through the transactions. Yeah, and Whatnot is the best about that. I've had a couple where the people write me, I pack the heck out of it, and they write me and say, it came broke. And I'm like, okay, here's what you have to do. I'm really sorry about that. You got to contact Whatnot because on the live, it wasn't broke. And they want to argue, and it's like, it's not going to do anybody any good. It's already damaged. I'm really sorry that happened. And the funny part is they would tell me, your packaging was awesome. I don't know how it broke. Things happen in the mail. Even if you have it packaged really good, it could get banged around so much and have a hairline crack you don't even see. Yeah, you just don't. But, everything was fine. I sent an email begging them not to freeze my account due to not having material or knowing. Hey, Donatella, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. If you guys aren't following Donatella, give her a follow. She has all kinds of great stuff. And she's also another one that helps other new sellers as well. What's up? How you doing? I'm doing my coffee talk this morning. We're talking about Whatnot. All right, maybe Donatella knows. Maybe you can answer that. She is amazing. I bought some jewelry from her. I haven't been in a while because I've been working a different gig. Have you ever had a package that you had to insure? I know she sells everything. She'd sell her kids. No, she wouldn't. Her girls help her. Hey, have you ever had a package that I know, no way. Have you ever had a package you had to contact Whatnot for additional insurance? She would sell us last night. See, I knew it. Oh, man. Yeah, we've been trying to figure that one out. I love it. Your first show is tomorrow morning. Okay, everybody follow Lori Loves Treasure. I love it. Yeah, we're just chatting about Whatnot. So if you have any questions, let us know. Let me give you a follow. It's hard to get to everybody's shows, but I bookmark everybody if there's a show, and I'll come check you out. There you are. So what are you doing? You're a lover of vintage jewelry, toys, clothing, and plush. Ooh, you have handcrafted soap. That's your passion. Do you sell that on here? That's awesome. Well, welcome to Whatnot. It's a lot of fun. Awesome. Yeah, so we're trying to figure that one thing out. Okay, let me go back because I saw another. Well, thank you so much. Okay, wait, Sabaloo. Oh, because you're out of stuff? You've shipped it separately, but not advising to do that. Oh, you don't do anything over 500. Okay, because it's covered under the Whatnot, right? Yeah. That's why I'm very skeptical of selling my cameras on Whatnot. They're worth over that 500. Yeah, I'm trying to do those locally, I think. But I have an email into them because I've asked that I just sent to them yesterday because I want to know. I haven't even checked my email. I will check. So everybody follow everybody. I always say that. Welcome in everybody who just joined in. Hey, Arcana Crystal, what's up? Have you done a second show? Thank you, honey. Appreciate you. Have a great day. So I talked her into it. I'm like, do a show. So she did a show. Have you done a second one? Hey, no problem. Anytime. You let me know. All right, tomorrow. Hey, funky girly chick, what's going on? So what we do on Tuesdays, if you guys haven't been here and you came from Donatella, my name's D Archivist. My name is D, but I go by D Archivist. And I'm kind of like the tech person I don't work for Whatnot, but I'm a seller and a buyer. I buy a lot. on Whatnot, and I've been doing it for almost a year now, but I've been selling for 20 years plus. You know, I grew up like having that, loving that thrift store find or yard sales, estate sales. I always went with my mom, but I'm a photographer. My day to day, you see all my gear up here. It's just something I love to do. This is like a passion, and also teaching people about Whatnot because it happened to give back some support. Because when I joined, there was one or two people, but Whatnot is not letting you schedule a show. Have you updated your app? Because you haven't been on in a while. They're not going to take away your seller status, but oh, okay, it does do that. Okay, so when you schedule it, close out the app and go back in. Let me see if you have one in there. It does that to me too. It's a weird thing right now. That's another glitch. All right, hold on. Let me click on you. And if you guys had followed somebody, right? There's 2 shows for you. I see them. You got Halloween Spook Fest, right? 3 o'clock. So it put on Monday. So you have 2 bookmarks. So I'll go bookmark the other one. Just go, yes. Yes. Let me see if I could show you it. Okay. Hang on. Wait, I got this other device here. Hang on. Let me turn it on. Yeah, you have 2 shows on the same day. It does that to me. No, it takes a minute for it to pop up. Okay, look. So you have 3 bookmarks now. So you just go change the date on the other show. See it? No, it even when I'm not like really on Whatnot, you're welcome. Even if I'm not really on Whatnot and I'm just in the app like adding shows because I have a ton. Hey, I love it. Okay. It will do that. It's some weird glitch, like it didn't refresh itself. So, for example, I put in Coffee Talk show and I did 10 weeks of repeating. So I don't have to go in and put 111. I just know that every Tuesday at 9:23, I'm gonna have a chat with you guys. And it wouldn't do it. So I left. I came back in, and then it only put the one time. So I tried it again. Same thing. So I give up. I did it like 6 times and it still was screwed up. Hey, Awadiger, how you doing? Hey, love you more. What's up? 3rd show under your belt? Bravo. I'm so proud of you. Way to go. Way to go. Hey, Dylan. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel after doing that first and second and now 3rd show? Hey, Liz, welcome in. Everybody follow everybody. Hey, C-Triple-C, what's up? You feel great. Good. Did you have good sales? I don't need to know the amount, but you sold some items. So obviously you did 3 shows. You're coming back. I love it. I'm so happy for you. That's incredible. Not too bad, right? How do you feel with like running your stuff? It worked okay, right? Do you have any other shows scheduled right now? Oh, October 1st. Ooh, holy crap. Is that an amethyst ball? That thing's huge. So she does crystals and art. I love your bio. It's nice. Oh, you've done pretty good. 85 items sold in your first 3 shows. That's pretty good. Lori, none of us do. None of us do, girl. We just wing it sometimes. But you know, the more organized you get when you do a show, and like you don't have to show your face, you could show your face. You figure out what works for you. When I first started Whatnot, I don't think I have it here. Let me see if I have it. I'm going to post it to my social. I found my very first video. I recorded myself. I recorded my area, like with my Whatnot, what it looked like. And it was it was 11 by 17 piece of graphic with my logo on it. And then below it said, sold as is, all sales final, right? Because that's Whatnot. And I laughed because I had good stuff. I still have good stuff. And it was such a small area. Now it's like, and I'll show you guys my space in a minute here. It was crazy. Oh, you know what? No, I can't pull it up on my computer. Your first ephemera shows someone invited you to raid train for this weekend. Oh, that's so awesome, Casey Joy. Last night showed my face almost entire time and survived. No way, I missed it. I know I haven't been on Whatnot. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you. Way to go. That's incredible. Oh, there is a glare there. There we go. Yeah, that's good. How do you feel now you showed your face? Like we feel good, right? That's awesome. I know a lot of folks start on Whatnot. They don't want to show their face. It's let's face it, it's awkward. You've got your phone here, you're showing the product in front of you, and you're talking to your phone. You're talking to your phone. That's awkward. It's weird when you're not used to it. I mean, if you talk to yourself already, you know that that's kind of normal, but you get used to it. And then you're like, what do you talk about? You find eventually you find stuff to talk about. Yeah, it feels different, like you're exposed, right? I don't remember exactly the like how many shows I did and then I showed my face because I was getting pressure, right? I was getting pressure, more like, when are we going to see what you look like, D? And I did. I showed myself for like a minute. I said, okay, that's enough. Click. Went back to I flipped my camera because you can do that on Whatnot on your phone. And I remember that. And I remember, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. And now I'm showing my face all the time. Yeah, we can talk about that. What I do is at the beginning of my streams, because I usually do, so when I stream, I do the coffee talk. I do random pop-ups whenever I feel like it or have time during the days. And then at night, when I usually stream is Sunday through Thursday at 10:23 p.m. until whenever. Sometimes we're just chatting, I'm running stuff, we're telling stories. I've got lots of stories. And it's fun. It's a chill, relaxing time. I have no drama. I say keep your drama out of here. I just protect the space because I've always felt like people that come hang out, they might be going through a lot of stuff. And we don't know what it is. We're not entitled to, not everybody's entitled to hear your story. And I'm big on that and protecting the space because I want to invite everybody just to no drama. Be kind. That's it. It's really not that hard. I mean, it kind of is hard for some to be kind. And so that's what my Whatnot is about. And hey, what's up, Moon Savvy? Yeah, and so I just went for it, and people were awesome and so welcoming and kind, and I really love being on Whatnot. I really, really do. It's like, in a way, an outlet and connecting with people because I do love people. I love, helping in any way I can. And obviously, with vintage collectibles, glass, all kinds of things, I love that too. Okay, so we want to talk about shipping. So that's just basically me. It is such a cool community. I seriously, it's so different and unique. And you see other companies copying Whatnot now, and that's okay. Thank you, Cece. Thank you. You know what? I don't want to run stuff for $2 and $3. I may if I have a great sales night to be, just okay. Let's have fun and see where it goes. But to be honest, I'm here, for I'm a collectible reseller. I flip good stuff. I have good stuff. When you start running your stuff at $2, $1, people are coming for those prices. Yes, this is an estate sale category, but these are estate sale gems, as I say, and I have some great pieces. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. I charge what they're worth, and sometimes a little bit less than what they're worth, but I do want to make money on Whatnot. I mean, you know, so I can buy more stuff. That's kind of how it works. But thank you for that. Okay, shipping profiles. Uh okay, wait, Kel, do people really care if they see your face? I don't know. I don't think some people don't care. I don't think so. I don't think it matters. It's personal choice. I do believe that people, if they're connecting with you, they want to know who they're buying from. And so I think that's a plus to it. I don't know. Everybody can have their own choice on how they want to run it. Yeah, definitely. I shipped out packages all but one says delivered, but one says failed. What does that mean? Oh, it says failed? Okay. So I've shipped tons of boxes on Whatnot. Oh, my bangs drive me crazy. Okay. I've shipped tons of stuff on Whatnot. And I used to always check. Okay. I take it to the post office, do that. Then when I come back, I go into Whatnot and I get a scan, make sure, right? But when I go in there to track it, every now and then there's one tracking number that it fails because let me not get too technical. Okay, Whatnot has third party tracking info, and then there's the post office, right? And then the middleman Shippo. So it goes through them, the software. Sometimes it's just not delivered, but it's been delivered. It doesn't scan it, and it could fail because the software is failing. Try it again later and see what happens. Um, it just depends. It's very weird. I've had the issue too. You're under 1,000 items sold, so you want to get paid. So just contact Whatnot, like make sure all your packages have been delivered, and then contact Whatnot. But you got to give them like the tracking number. You do it through the app. Contact them, let them know the order number, and say, hey. Also, too, try to cut and paste the tracking number and go to USPS.com and track it. See if there's a difference. Then you'll know it's software. It's happened to me tons of times. Yeah, it's happened so much where you're like, wait, why is this doing this to me? And then you take a screenshot of the post office if it shows delivered. And then when you contact Whatnot, send that to them and they'll release your money if you're under 1,000 items. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. I know sometimes shipping's like, why is it doing this to me? But believe me, you're not the only one, and we've all had little things. It works itself out. Just sometimes it takes a little bit. Okay, so international. I sent a package to the UK. Does the tracking number continue to track overseas? If they scan it, it does. Yes. And it has its tracking number is an international number, so it's transferable, and almost 90% of the time it's scanned. Yeah. You'll see it hit customs, and then you might not see a delivery. But Whatnot, I've had a few where I've done that. I've had 4 or 5 of them where they went to like Canada, they tracked fine. And then I had one of them go to UK, same thing happened. It got right into customs. It got released from customs. And then I know it was delivered within a couple of days, but it didn't show it. I went to USPS.com, I put the tracking number in, and it showed delivered the next day from customs. So the tracking didn't actually update. I see lots of packages that I've shipped where people on Whatnot have the post office pickup. They don't want mail delivered to their house, so they have a P.O. box or whatever it is. And then it says delivered to post office or waiting for a recipient to pick up package. It's been 2 weeks. I need to get paid. The last tracking was the 15th. Oh yeah. Did you go to USPS.com? I would check it out. International takes a while to get, depending on the service you used. I think it's Express, right? Is that what your label said? Express can take up to 3 or 4 weeks international. It's bizarre. I don't know what method they use. Do you? Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And like here, we got it made 1 to 3 days, but you're shipping from whatever state you're in all the way over. It's got to go through customs here, another customs. I think goes through 2 customs, and it's subject to any kind of inspection. And if they've got 20 inspections waiting, there could be a 1-week delay. I've had that going to Italy. Italy's like, okay, like on other platforms, I sold to Italy, and Italy to me and just seems like it always is like a 2-week delay in customs. I don't know why. Although I did have something the other day go to Italy for like my work stuff, and it was quick. Yeah, Australia is quick too. I shipped something in New Zealand, like I think it was New Zealand and Australia, like last week. And they already, let's see, when did I ship it? No, it was the week before, like Friday. It was the 8th. And they got it like the following week. I was like, damn, that's quick. But they paid a lot of money for shipping. Let's see. Okay. I don't look at the paperwork to the post office because I don't know what to do with it. Oh, right. Because you have to print 2 of the pages. The interesting thing I saw with the customs, the shipping is insane, but Whatnot has a different deal for international. I think they get it a little more affordable because One of my buyers from Canada told me that in UK, but they paid a lot. They paid like 45 or 55 bucks, 65 bucks, and then they got to pay taxes on it. When it comes to their country on top of what they have already paid. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? You lived in Florence, your junior year of college. All the trains are late. They're just a mess. I bet. I mean, yeah, I get it. Shipping's expensive anyhow. I mean, we're lucky. Our whatnot rate of $8.35 for 1 pound to 5 pounds anywhere in the United States of America at $8.35 is pretty affordable. You know, the buyer paid 28 and it was an 8 pound box. Oh, that's not bad at all. Wow. How big was the box? And you can use the express. Well, they don't have boxes, I don't think. I think they just have envelopes. Yeah, that's not bad. 28 for an 8 pound box. Hey, Root Hog, how you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Sweet Pea Jen. We're just chatting. Italians are disorganized. I'm Italian. I could agree. Let's see. Good. You sent some things to Australia. Did not notice the postage. Oh, that's good to know. Actually, okay. You had your shipping sent to 835 and whatnot charged. Did you check your ledger? Your ledger on whatnot to see if you weren't charged extra? That's good if you weren't. I want to book my first show. How does shipping pricing work? Hey, boosters, are you doing cards? So shipping pricing works like this. Anything under 1 pound. I don't know if you sell. Do you sell on other platforms? It's kind of the same. Um, there's ground advantage now in place of first class. Okay, so you're a total rookie to shipping. Okay, so obviously cards, they don't weigh much if you're doing singles, but you got to pack them, and you know what I mean. So when you're listing a card, for example, let's see, do I have anything over here? Oh, I always have cards. Okay, so I have some cards right here. Okay, some magic cards. So if you're running one card, you can't put it at 1 ounce. Okay, when you package it up, whatnot policy, and you should read these, is you penny sleeve it, you top loader it, and then you have to put cardboard on each side of it to protect it. And then it could go in a padded or an envelope, whatever you decide, polybag. Okay, when you weigh that, you have to count all the packaging. So it's probably going to ship like 3 ounces, right? So you want to make sure you choose, when you put it in your thing, you pick the weight with the packaging. So maybe it's 1 to 3 ounces if you have more cards, and obviously it's going to be this. Would ship 4 to 7 for it. Yeah, because that's about right. You know what I mean? So then you would put that in for it. That's what I do when I do. Well, when I have a card, I'll tell you right now, because the cardboard I use is chipboard, but when you put it together, it strengthens it up. And then I add a teeny piece of cardboard, which creates, it's pretty solid. Um, Hang on, let me see what my scale is here. Yeah, see, like one card by itself doesn't weigh anything. Like barely. But even that little stack of cards was 1 ounce. I packaged up, it still would ship 1 to 3. So don't overcharge your customers, but do the right shipping, because one, you don't want to go when you package it up, the shipping is over, because you got to count the everything. So it might be 4 to 7, it might be 1 to 3, it all depends. But you want to get that in there when you input it. Just know, and I always say this, if I repeat myself, it's because I want you not to forget it. Count the packaging materials with that single card. And then you can do your card, whatever. But that's kind of how shipping works. So anything under 15 ounces is considered what used to be first class, but now they took parcel post and first class and created ground advantage. So basically that could be from 1 ounce all the way to whatever. Yes. So the buyer of your product, for everybody's product, pays whatnot for everything, right? So whatnot 100% charges the shipping based on the information you input in the system. So they keep all the money for shipping as of now. We don't get to use our own label. Okay. But we get paid whatever that fee is minus 8%. Okay, so you have $10 for all the cards, you're getting charged 8%. Okay, then on the total amount, which includes shipping and everything, you're going to have a transaction fee on the credit card because that's how they're paying for it. It would be 2.9 plus 30 cents. Okay, so then sometimes, you've got the cards going. How do you give your buyers reduced shipping? Okay, so that kind of is how that works. Hope that helps you. But they keep the money for that. And then when the package is delivered, Whatnot will pay you if you're a new seller and you've not sold anything, because they want to make sure it gets delivered between up to 72 hours from delivery. So if this gets delivered on Monday afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're probably going to get paid by Friday to Monday. It can take longer sometimes. And then you're not going to get paid for every order. Say you sell 20 items and 18 of them delivered, you're going to get paid based. So if they all get delivered 1 and 3 days apart, it's going to work out like that, if that makes sense. But it's kind of nice because the way you get paid, you do the work and you get a paycheck, right? And then when you hit 1,000 items sold, you get paid right when you print the shipping label. So it doesn't feel like you're getting paid for doing the work. You got to, I liked when you got paid and then when it was delivered. It just seemed a little bit, I don't know. But it's great once you hit the 1,000 because then, you've got paid instantly. All right, let me go back down here. I'm reading through the chat because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, that's Kel. I hope you get that figured out and you get paid for that. That's a long time. Okay, sent some. Oh, it's really back there. Let me get up. Okay, here we go. I'm good, I think. Okay. Hey, Bonnie, what's up? Okay, how do you give your buyers reduced shipping? Okay, so one thing is I'm going to open up my other device here I have in front of me. And if I have to, I'll flip my camera down so you guys could see it. And then we'll go back talking about it. Let me just open the Whatnot app. And I'll go into my settings. I want to make sure my settings work. Okay. Let's see if I could do this. I'm trying a couple of different things. I bought a bunch of new devices on Whatnot, Android, so I could walk people through Android stuff. And I wanted to get another Android device actually, and a Windows device. So let's see. Yeah, because I want to help, Okay, I'm gonna flip my camera, but I'm trying this new tripod I got. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it because it doesn't really adjust. But let's see if we can at least show you. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. Hang on, because it gives me a little bit more space. There we go. Can you guys see that? It's a little blurry, right? Okay, so you guys can see it enough to figure it out. You have Android, right? Okay, so look, I'm on this other device. And on the other device, and I'll figure out the height of it. I don't want to screw with it. Actually, let me move it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. This is actually a pretty cool little tripod, but it just doesn't do what I want it to do. Okay. There we go. Okay, look. So when you're on your profile, right? See these two lines up here? If you click on one of them, this is going to show the menu. The menu is basically everything to do with your buying and your selling. So if you want to deal with the shipping stuff, you got to scroll down a little bit and you got to go to your shipping tab. Okay, this is where you can choose what method. Okay, this is really a critical thing you got to know. And I always say this, even Living Bliss says it, even Liz Like says it. Touch all the buttons because you're in charge of your show ultimately, and you got to know what the shipping is going to be. So for example, right now for domestic shipping, this top one here is set at priority mail. Okay, everybody can see this okay, right? And so with priority mail, this means the customer is going to play. Yeah, the buttons are our friends. The customer is 100% paying for the shipping. Okay. unless you change it to do it. We'll get to that in the second one. Okay, so right now I have priority mail. Now, if I do a show, now wait, before I get into the show part, I want you to understand this. This is the default. So whatever I set here is supposed to work for every show you schedule. Okay? But we're going to go and look in the show because you got to make sure your show matches your default or whatever method you want. So for example, to play it safe, if I was doing a flat rate priority show, which I have not done yet, and I will be doing that on my mystery box show, I think Saturday, I would pick flat rate. Flat rate is, the 1 to 70 pounds. It has to be, you have to use right here, you have to use their packaging and it must say flat rate. No altering boxes. You can't cut it. You can't resize it. Nope. You can't stack two together. Post office has determined that these boxes work best with our service for flat rate. Now you can choose that, but remember your customer, and it says 1 to 5 pounds. They should fix that because it's really 1 to 70. You're going to have to weigh that box. You're going to have to input that weight and it will come up for flat rate. But for me, I play it safe. I find that priority mail regular works for me for my shows because of what I sell, how much I can pack, and what box I like, right? They don't. Flat rate is limited on the size. Like, for example, the large flat rate box is it's roughly, not exact, it's 12 by 12 by 6 inch. It's actually 5.5 high. It's not 6. Hey, what's up, Nat? How you doing? Break time. Welcome in. I was talking about you earlier. I told people to follow you for Blanco. So that box is like 5.5 inches on the outer. So it's really like 5.25 inches tall, high. It's not a big box. Now, if you decide like me, I like priority mail shipping. So I'm going to probably always use that because it makes sense. If I ship a person and I don't build a box, it is very limited. But that's flat rate. So they have like a tiny box. They have like not a video game, a board game box that you have to order them on the website. It works for a lot of things and you should check it out. Order a 5-pack of them. All right, send me a text. Hey, Marianne, what's up? We're looking at shipping menus here. So, we can help people out. Okay. So the box is it fits a board game, but it's flat rate. I can use it for anything I want, but it's a thin box. It's like 2 inches, but it's specifically designed for board games. When I have my show next week, I'll pull out some of the flat rates so you guys could see them. What if you're doing a small poly bag? Well, it's based on the weight. So let me just show you. Okay. So if your poly bag weighs 15 ounces or less, it's going to go ground advantage. That's the default, no matter what. But this is for 1 pounds to 5 pounds. So let's just say we pick priority mail. I'm going to go back to the menu, okay? So right now I have domestic shipments over 5 pounds. I'm going back to priority mail. Now let me explain the way this works, and then we're going to talk about the poly bags, okay? When you use a poly bag and you have jeans in it or whatever item it is, even though the poly bag probably doesn't even weigh an ounce, make sure that you throw whatever that item is, put it in there, put it on your scale, and weigh it. If you're using a poly bag, make sure obviously you know this. I don't know what you sell. Just make sure your item is packaged really well. Let me scroll. I know, Bobby, they don't have a lot of box sizes there. Yeah, I'm good, Nat. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're on a break. What are you gonna sell, Lori? Oh, your post office has them. Yeah. I ordered like a 10-pack. Tony, what's up? Hey, Goshi, how you doing? So I'm over here just showing everybody the shipping profiles. Plush. Okay, that's great. Yeah, no, obviously no glass and poly bags or wooden boxes. Hey. But you know what? Because the one thing as a seller on here, I'll say, is invest in packaging supplies, and depending on what you're selling, and pack it good. It doesn't have to be overpacked. Just got to get there safe and secure. And you already know. Yeah, there are people that will put glass into the priority mail padded envelopes and then put them in a priority mailbox. Please don't do that. This is for everybody. I'm not just saying you, everybody this, because it's one thing, those are used for shipping, but a lot of people put like glasses in them and then they'll put them in a box. Like, those are free for shipping, not packing. But I always like to say that out there. If you can push the sides in a box, your glass will break in transit. That's right. And you have to invest in packing paper. And I'll show you guys that after. It costs money. It costs money to make money. And to sell on Whatnot, you're gonna spend some money. You're gonna spend some money because it's a business. If you treat it as a hobby and you just toss stuff in a box, you're probably gonna get a burnout because people aren't gonna buy from you if stuff arrives broken. That's just a fact. And with lots of experience, and I said I had like 18 boxes sitting over here that I need to. Yeah. And the thing is too, like, the deal is I'm going to get into all that, and let's finish this one here. Okay, real quick. So this is any package that you pack up that weighs over 5 pounds, 1 ounce. Okay. It has to go one of these other options. So this is not combined with all their orders. This is one transaction. So if it's over 5 pounds, 1 ounce, it's going to go a different method. You can choose ground advantage for your customer, so they're not paying as much money. I'm going to leave mine on that, or you can do priority. But just know that when that order goes in and you've got them buying, say they buy 4 items from you, and one item is 5 pounds, the second item is 5 pounds, the second item is 2 pounds, and the last item is 1. Don't combine those and bundle them together because they're already charged for the 5 pounds, Those last ones that are, or say one of them is 6 pounds, it'll go ground advantage, but the other labels will be created priority mail. Just let them be because your customer's already been charged for it. They already know what they're paying for shipping because it tells them. Okay, you asked about the discounted shipping. So see this offer, this thing here? Click on that. Love you more. I'm going to answer that one in a minute. Oh my gosh, Melissa, are you serious? I received a package of old clothing as packaging material. Oh my gosh. Yuck. I won't even tell. I will tell you. I received somebody sent clothes because I want to give away. It was like men's clothes. But one of them was like a new shirt. And they're like, I'm going to throw all these in. It was like the worst transaction ever on Whatnot. I've not bought clothing since. But I will just tell you right now, if you sell clothes, please wash your linens. Please wash the clothing because all the smells were in these clothes. And these smells were like dog urine. It was probably the worst one ever. And the guy kept asking me, did you get my package? Did you get my package? Yeah, I got it. Can you do your laundry? Yeah. So gross. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wanted it. I was like, anyway, the only one shirt was really nice. It was a very expensive shirt. I washed that one. Thankfully it was sealed, so it didn't smell. The other ones I put in the I washed them and put them in the donation pile. Okay. So here's the deal. If you want to pay for shipping for your customers, that's the spot. Okay. You can choose to pay 100%, but know that Whatnot is going to take this right out of your Whatnot balance. They're going to charge you. This can get expensive if you're new. Don't do free shipping. Okay. If you're new, don't do free shipping. Because yes, and especially new people will do stuff that's $2 and $3 runs. And you'd be surprised. Oh boy, you got to get to work. So right now I'm keeping mine. Now you can set it that buyer's not going to be paying more than $8.35. You got to press around and figure out what works for you. So right now I want buyers to pay for the shipping because I give good deals and I really can't afford to give free shipping and discounts. So I did free shipping for like 5 years on eBay, and it's not a huge incentive because The thing is, they get free shipping, but you got to jack the price up to absorb the cost of shipping, because in reality, nothing is free. Shipping is not free. It's just a marketing gimmick. You have to make it up somewhere. Otherwise, if you give free shipping all the time and you're moving a lot of merch, yeah, you get a little bit of a shipping discount, but with Whatnot, there's no shipping discount. As other platforms, I can make my own label and get a deal. So that's kind of just my 2 cents on that. This is where you can choose what you want. You hit save, it saved it. We're going to go back. And then here's the shipping profiles. Hey, Mimi, what's going on, my friend? Hey, Gramology, how you doing? What's new? We're just showing the shipping menu here. Oh, you got a show today, huh, Mimi? Nice. So this, you guys got to, I know, I miss you too. When are we going to chat? I was just about to text you this morning and be like, we are so far behind in our 3-hour chat. Does this little menu help you guys to see? So just so you guys know real quick. Okay, good. These are all profiles I input myself for boxes that I use. So you figure out what works for you and label them. Label them, because I'm going to show you in a minute when you add something what it looks like. Okay. Yes, let's do it. We're so behind. I know. I was like, what's up? I have to text you a picture I took of your little baby grandson when you're holding him that day. I was going through my pictures and I'm like, I got to send this to her. I know she didn't pull it off her clip. Okay, see where it says CB? CB 4x4x8. That means cardboard box, right? That's a plain brown box. That's my label. Okay, 1 item max. Yes, how's he doing? Good? He probably can lift weights now. Hey, Rising Moon. Okay, so this one means this CB that's the size of it. Always put your size in the label when you make a shipping profile. And I'll show you how to make one. I'm not going to go through all mine, but you kind of get the idea. I put the weight 15 ounces on that one. I bet. Yeah, like Bobby's closet set up there, maximum shipping, it's worked for her because most of her items are up to 5 pounds. Even myself, most of my packages, I have a few that are like 8 and 10 pounds, but the way it bundles it together with a smart bundle, it works out. I can fit them in a large priority mail mailing box, which is different than the flat rate. So when you want to input your own, you go over here, okay? And you press that plus sign that was in the corner and you name it. So for example, I'm not going to name any because I already have those all there. Hold on, let me fix this. Hit that plus sign. You put the name of it and label it however you want. You put the weight in, ounces or pounds. This is interesting because it has weight, but it doesn't have like interesting. Okay, they changed it a little bit there. They used to have the ounces and pounds in there. What's up, Melinda? How you doing? Hey, Tootie. Oh my gosh, I miss you too. It's been forever. Yeah, I'm alive and kicking. Okay, this bundling thing is really going to be confusing for some folks. Yes, I know. I would just put it in there, and here, I better do one real quick. Okay, let's just call this one a test. Okay, and I'm going to put my weight in there at 1. Yeah, that's weird. This is probably a glitch. So I put 1 pound. Okay. Remember, it's the weight of the item plus the packaging. You have to include that because obviously, if you sell something, you can't ship it by itself, right? It needs support. So, all that kind of stuff, that packaging, like, okay, say you have something like some bookends and they're like 3 pounds. And then the box, if you use I know, you see that? It's weird. Okay. So, say on your box, you're using the 12 by 12 by 9 inches. These are rough dimensions, but that's the Priority Mail large mailing box, okay? With their packaging, but it's not flat rate. I can use that box. So if it's 3 pounds, that box by itself empty is like a pound. And then if you take the bookends and you wrap them individually, or you decide to individually box them, you're probably going to eat it and it's going to go right to 5 pounds. So you got to calculate everything there. What I would do is I would put it at 5 pounds. That's me, because I know what stuff weighs after doing it. Because you learn quick, and you'll be like, oh yeah, but you got to weigh everything. You don't have to weigh it on your live to show everybody. That's your job to do that prior to the live. Okay. But like, there's no more ounces in here. So I would pick the closest weight. Yeah, hey, Dr. Long Boots, what's up? Hey, Lucy. Hey, Beechin. We're just talking about whatnot right now. We're looking at the shipping. So once you do that, now here's the interesting part. So I only have a 1 pounder on here, right? And I just did test. So set the number of items to put into one package. I'm not going to set it. I'm going to let it smart bundle, okay? But if this was a 5 pound item, I would set the maximum at 1 item in the box. Okay. And then here's the thing. You can pick your box dimensions, and they don't, set a fixed weight for additional items in the same package. They make it a little confusing, but if you really have a 1 pound item, I wouldn't do anything with the box dimensions. I would just save it, leave it. It comes up as, see, it picks the box size actually on here, huh? Yeah, default box size is always 12 by 12 by 12. But say like I do a lot of times, I use this 6. I use a 4 by 4 by 6. So I'll just save it as that because that's accurate. So when I'm in whatnot, the goal is, yes, it should smart bundle, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. But I would say for me, because of what I sell, and I'll show you what I sell, mostly like breakables, knickknacks, but a lot of times mine goes right into smart bundling, because even if I put this in and it's 1 pound, Whatnot's smart bundling knows that, oh, they got 4 pounds left for the same box. You can fit 4 pounds in one. You can fit 5 pounds in one box if you're using the large Priority Mail mailing box. Okay. So say you got all that. Now we need to go back to, let me just go back to the main profile. So here's my profile, right? These are all my shows I've scheduled. I'm going to go on this show right here, and it won't show my camera, but see this plus sign right here? I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick my category. We're just going to pick estate sales. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a picture of like this. Okay. And I'm going to continue. You have to, if you're doing it from your phone, you have to actually take a picture. So I'm estate sales. This title is going to be test, because we're just looking at the shipping. And then you have to put a proper title. Some people put 1 to 3 ounces, 4 to 7 ounces, and then they'll put a quantity. Honestly, depending on what you're selling, I would definitely put the description and the title so it matches. So description might be, it's unmarked because there's no maker's name on it for me, for what I sell. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the starting price. I'm just going to leave it at $1. But see over here, shipping profile, see how there's a red star right there? You want to know that that's a required title. Now, these are all the whatnot categories, right? Hey, Shelpal, how you doing? Welcome in, everybody. We're just chatting and we're showing the shipping and how to add an item right now. Okay, so remember that test item we put in? This is whatnot's categories. If you're pretty safe all the way up to you get to the 3 to 4 pounds. 4 to 6 might cause some issues with the shipping, because if it's 5 pounds and you pick 4 to 6, it's going to cost your buyer a little bit extra. So it's better to create a 5 pound custom item. I'm going to scroll down for my test item. Remember the test item? See why labeling is important? Test, what the hell am I testing? Right? It's generic. I don't know. But I do know because we just did it. So I'm going to pick test. Test should have said 1 pound or whatever. If you notice how I'm very detailed with what I have. If I'm doing flat rate, I got PM, FR for flat rate, small, 5 pounds. Priority mail, medium box. And I have to fix that label. You can edit it by going back to that other menu we were in. But because the medium box has 2 medium boxes, there's a side loading and then a top loading. So you're going to have to do this yourself. You have to do the work because Whatnot doesn't have it as a default in there. And that's okay. So we'll do save. And then pretty much, so here's the real important part that a lot of people are like, they enter it. Oh, you're so welcome. Anybody. And you guys, just so you know, I stream all of these to YouTube. So you can go to my YouTube channel. You can watch it again if you need the help. I try to go a little slower. Whatnot has an incredible library of these tutorials, step by step, how to do stuff. And honestly, they're great. Sometimes a person might be too fast for someone else. So I like to take it down a notch, show it in a little slower because it helps a lot of people, you know? So with this, I want to show you a really important part. You see up here, auction. When it's highlighted in black, it's going to be an auction item. If you do buy it now, it's going to be a buy it now. This is going to all be the same thing if you go to giveaway. Okay, giveaway, this is going to pop up. I have, because the app was updated, it's telling me, hey, you know what? We run your giveaway for 5 minutes now because a lot of people were running them really long and not running the item. So I got it. Okay, I already know. And then, so right now, this particular item I can put in my auction tab. I'm going to put it in my giveaway tab just for the hell of it. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm just going to show you. Now, here's important thing. So this is now the test item is a giveaway. Okay, this is a new thing they put on here. Are there any restricted or potentially hazardous materials in this listing? So there's certain items you're going to have to look on Whatnot, like nail polish, lighters, certain things you just can't sell. If you check that, like if I have a camera I'm selling, right? And they say this contains a lithium battery. So we'll just put that, right? And you put that if it applies to your item. If it doesn't, take it off. This just lets them know that this is a safe item or it's not safe. It might need extra shipping. Okay, so as a giveaway, now I've turned it into a giveaway, right? I can do followers only, meaning people have to follow me. So I recommend you guys put followers only. People will follow you. There's a lot of people that just get on Whatnot for giveaways. So what? That's just part of it. And then if you want to turn it on for international, just know you're going to be charged whatever that shipping is. And if you can't afford it, keep it off. I have it off because I did a few of them, and a few of them were like $28 and $30. And I'll go back to it. I do so many. And then buyer appreciation, it usually has to be set up prior to the show, but it looks like it's letting me do it. And then I'm going to hit publish, and it's going to actually say, hey, are you sure you want to give it away? Only buyers who make purchases. Again, I can get rid of this. I can edit it, and I could use it later. So I'm going to go, okay. Now it's updating my photo, which is of my desktop here. And now it's created that item. So let's go to the store by hitting the little house down there, the little hut. We're going to go to giveaway, and it should be in there. Usually I do surprise giveaways, but it should be the last one because they're not numbered. Oh, there's a lot of it. There's test. Okay, there's the test item that we just put in for like a giveaway. And that's pretty much how you do that. And if you say you're in a show live right now, just like I am, I just did an item live, right? It works in your show. There's no interruptions. There's no issues whatsoever. It didn't glitch my screen because my camera is going to another device. You guys notice that? So it will do the same, except when you're like, okay, when you're adding the item, here's the chat, right? The chat's here. Here's the chat going. If I click on my store, you guys need to know as sellers, you should be talking to everybody that's in there. Hey guys, I'm in the store right now. I'm just going to add an item. Nobody can see what you're seeing on your screen, but this is what you're going to look at. You're not seeing the chat. You know what I mean? You're not seeing the chat. So until you finish this menu area, they're chatting away like whatever or joining. You'll see a lot of people join. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. This is Dee. I'm just giving a little tutorial on Whatnot live listings. So that's what you see on the screen right now. And then you talk to your people. Make sure you read chat. A lot of folks who are selling are taking deep breaths. They're overwhelmed. They're trying to run their stuff, and you know what happens? They miss the chat. They miss somebody saying, hey, can you run number 24? Can you run that one for me? And then the person says it maybe another time and they don't read it because it's their first time and they miss it again. They might miss that customer 100% because by that time the customer might be like, you know what? I'm over it. I'll come back when they get a little more experience. It happens and it's not a big, it happens a lot. Yeah. I mean, I've been in chats and I've modded, like just jumped in to help people. And I'm like, I'll put a question mark because a question mark, if you see what LYM Treasures did, if you put a question mark at the end, it turns the chat yellow. So then it helps the seller see it. So if you guys see that sometimes, know that, hey, you know what? They have a question. What are they asking me? Yeah, and make sure you put in the right price. I messed up and put you know what? Arcana Crystal Art, guess what I did? I had $100 paperweight and I accidentally, it wasn't even me. I had the price in, but when I ran it, it went in for $5. And I was like, oh shoot, that wasn't supposed to be, it was supposed to be $50. And I don't know how, whatnot. So double check your pricing. Make sure you have the right price in because you can't cancel it because you weren't happy with it selling for that low. See, that is cool. So somebody that actually knew the value of it, knew I made a mistake, but I just said whatever. Knew what they were getting and nope, they bought it. They bid it up a little bit. I mean, it still went, but it was like I didn't get back what I invested in the item, but that's my fault for not double checking. And those things can happen to anybody. Did I get mad at the chat? Not at all. And I've had people tip me. They'll be like, throw a tip $20. But I didn't get a tip for that night. I was like, what? That was a killer paperweight. But, you know, those things happen. So it was a learning lesson for myself. You know, I never expected anything. But see, when people do that, it's really nice. Can Android add a pic on the fly yet? I've been off for a while. To be honest, Chappelle, I'm not sure. I just ordered a couple of Android devices. So when I get it, I'm going to check that because a couple people have asked me about it. And yeah, I don't know. My sister did the other night, though. She's on Android. She did a show like, I don't know, about a week ago. She took Sunday off. So she did it. When did you do your last show? All right. I'm going to try to flip my camera without turning it and go back to me. But we can look at, that was actually helpful. I hope you guys, and if you guys want to see more, I got this new tripod to try out and help 3 weeks ago. Okay, so she did her show not this Sunday, but the week before. And I was hanging out. It was her birthday. She turned 60. And she had no issues at all. That happened to you the other night. I didn't know the value of it until after it sold. Oh, so no, my paperweight was supposed to start at 50. I knew it was $100 paperweight, but you know, it was like one of those, you know, but it didn't go. It's okay. The shipping is really overwhelming. What is the easiest to sell until I learn? Clothes. Welcome, Sue. I feel like you have to find what works for you. Just know with clothing, I mean, I don't sell clothes because I think clothes is hard to sell. That's just me. I feel like it's really a difficult sell. I'm going to turn my tripod around without like damaging it. So bear with me a sec here. I'm turning the base of it because otherwise it'll flip over and there we go. That's a little better. I don't know. Clothing might be. It's what do you usually sell? Clothing because you got to get the dimensions, you got to take pictures, all kinds of stuff. Small stuff is really good too, actually, to start. Do I have any of those boxes? Now, I want to talk about something here because there's boxes. You got thrifted all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I don't know. You find what works for you to sell and whatnot. I know a lot of people like you got. Let me show you guys because there's a lot of new people here. Let me untangle myself. I have kind of a mess right now because I actually just made a YouTube on different things to use with your whatnot show. So let me get my let me show you what I sell so you can kind of get. You don't have to do this. You do it any way you want, wherever you want. But when I started, I had just on my wall back here, like I printed out an 11 by 17 thing. I had like these poster board things up here to give it like a nicer look. These are like $1. And then now I've expanded so much in a year, almost a year, son on whatnot, that when Shell Pal said smalls, small knickknacks, like I just picked up these 1950s Wades, which are pretty collectible. Like I get collectible items that are, hard to find. I try to some, just different items. I play a game on Wednesday nights called the Cat's Meow. And in here are these really cute little tchotchke, all kinds of items. And then some of them have a little piece of paper in them for another kind of prize. So then that one there is a £1 deal because those items ship, and sometimes they have a prize. Like some of them have like one of these vases written down on paper. So that's something we do on Wednesday nights. It's Whisper Wednesday. And we do all kinds of fun, different things. But see how mine is expanded. So a lot of my stuff isn't over 5 or 6 pounds, Yeah, put in a show for, I have a show for next year. See, I have like this paperweight here packaged up. I have the original box. It's getting double boxed. It's 5 pounds. Okay, the paperweight itself is like 3 pounds, but with all the packaging, it adds like the weight. Because when you add an extra box, I think it's over 3 pounds actually. Just some of this. So this is kind of like a dollhouse. And then I have all my stuff. Right now, I'm just moving stuff around and getting new inventory. I had like a cool little, hold on, my cord. Always be plugged in. This is my mascot, Captain Caveman. What's up, Captain? Number 1, right? Whatnot. Hey, Vanchas, how you doing? Hey, Queen of Maine. Love your name. What's up? Hey, TriStar Cards. Welcome in. Yeah, it's hard. I recommend that when you first start and you come into chats like this, you know what? Schedule one show. And don't schedule it like today. You could schedule it 3 weeks from now. Get some of those bookmarks. If you're new, title it First Show. My first show. Put that in there. And then write in your description, new seller, please have patience. And then you don't have to have all this. You don't have to have all this kind of organization or all this clutter. You could call it whatever you want. Like I said, when I started, I have a record player, and this turns because it's one of these, and I put a record on it. Thanks to OMGYG, who's full of all kinds of ideas and totally big time on supporting small sellers, new sellers, and everybody. Great idea. So that's kind of like what I do. And then I have all kinds of props. A lot of people know me on Whatnot for late night. Always body parts, doll parts, crazy, funny stuff. Yeah, I'd say that's really true. Most sellers or buyers are very kind to new sellers. Absolutely. Hey D, set a goal for you and then do it. That's what I did. I was so scared. Exactly. The other day I was thinking about, so that's kind of like my stuff over there, you guys. That's my space. And then I have little lights up here. I use like a little tiny ring light. Don't feel like you got to have, oh, I want that, or you got to do what's working for you. You have to do your show at your pace. I've had it where I'm talking and we're chatting and we're sharing like some pretty private stuff in the chat. And this is like late at night. And I've had people come in and go, hey, are you going to talk or sell stuff? I'm like, we're going to talk right now, because it was just a whole group and we all kind of were like focused in on just listening to each other, because sometimes we turn to chat and we talk and share and share. And so it was kind of funny. And then they said it again, and I thought maybe they're kidding, right? Because I was just laughing it off. And then they were kind of rude about it. So I just booted them out, because we don't need that kind of energy. We needed, so we continued. And then that night I sold like $2,000 worth of stuff. So, it was great for me. It was great for everybody. We had a nice time. So if you have tech issues as a new seller, don't stress. Yeah, it's probably Whatnot, not you. There's always going to be a glitch. There's always going to be a glitch, because a lot of times people don't realize if they're streaming from their cell phone in their home, make sure you connect to your Wi-Fi in your house. And if you don't know how to, go to, like, on your app, you got to go to the wireless thing. And, I can show you that. You got to go onto your router and get that password to get into it. It's not so bad. Oh, you sell live on Facebook, but you have a regular delivery, just your local area. Oh, so shipping's totally new. I mean, basically, shipping is so if you've sold on Facebook, yeah. No, so you think turn off Bluetooth? I just leave it. I don't have any issues. Some people, it seems they should have Bluetooth off because it interferes. Whatnot is not TikTok. I know. But a lot of people don't turn on the Wi-Fi on their phone, and then their data goes, and then pretty soon you see it like pixelated. So be aware of that. You can use your home one. You don't have to home Wi-Fi. You don't have to like totally use your device. But some people, depending on your service, I could be pixelated for somebody else on the other end. Okay, it could be your service that you get. There's too much going on to say, oh, it's me or it's that. Like right now, my picture is totally clear. Every now and then, you'll see a little notification that says bad or bad connection. But yeah. It commonly interferes. You see it often, yeah. So Shell Pal Vintage is also very technical. She's like our shipping and numbers lady. So if you ever have a question, always ask. There's lots of us on here that like we'll get together and we'll send messages. Shell Pal, like she knows a lot of stuff about Whatnot, so you can always ask her. She's happy to help too. We are far too kind for that. Non, I agree. I know. I like I said before, I've only had a couple of trolls on my streams. Like if you go to the three, yeah, she's the Discord queen. You're right. And if you don't know about Discord, we should do a show. You can do a show, Shell Pal? How do you turn the camera when it goes off? Okay. I'm going to show you right now. I got my other device here. We'll flip it down. Let me see if it lets me. Because it doesn't actually let me peek at my other device real quick. Because like for one weird yeah, we should. Let's do it. Okay, let's just talk about this and then I'm going to go back and answer those. Because when I'm on 3 devices. I got my MacBook Pro, which is my desktop. Okay, that's a monitor up here that's connected to that. Then I have my phone where I'm streaming from. So those both show my picture. But on the third device, it just shows the chat. It doesn't show my face. This is older. It could be because of that. It's like an iPhone 6S. And so Discord, yeah. So when your camera goes off, how does it go off? Does it turn black? And then we're going to talk about Discord. Let me go to Discord right now. Because I don't have Discord app on that until I get that Android one. And I have an iPad coming too, because some people are on iPad. Okay, I'm in the Whatnot one. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, it does go black, you said, right? Okay. So when it goes black, are you only on one device? Are you only on one device? Okay, I'm going to flip my thing and I'm going to try to see if it does not show item. Okay, I'm going to flip my tripod again. Okay. Woo. All right, we're going to try. We're going to look at the phone. We're going to see what's up. I don't want to drop my phone here. Sorry. Now, let me turn it. Once I figure this, I got this new tripod. It's actually pretty good. It's just, I think it needs to have the base. So then the phone is, because the phone's plugged in, but it can kind of rest right there. Matter of fact, I wonder if it'll let me do that. Nope, it won't work that way. All right, bear with me a sec. Okay, so this is my show. Let me get rid of this thing really quick. I'm going to get rid of the poll. I don't think I can end it on here. So bear with me 1 second. This is like this is my show right now that we're in. Okay. The chat's refreshing, but you just see my screen because I think it's because I'm on 3 devices. Oh, you have a hotspot. Okay, good, because then you already know what works. 2, but your phone died. Oh, okay. So when you were live streaming, Jackie, the device that you started with died. So what was the second device? Like an iPad? Then laptop. Okay, so then you were using the camera from the laptop. So you joined your stream, then it was black and you couldn't get a picture, right? See if we can help her out. Okay, so here's what you want to do next time. See this? Are you on iPad? Are you on PC? Are you on Android? I mean, Apple or Android or Windows? Because I specifically have Mac here today, but it's similar. See this up here? Oh, let me end this poll real quick. Oh, it doesn't want to let me end the poll today. Actually, wait, I forgot where to do it. Okay, the poll went away, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. Did you say you were on Android or you were on Apple or Windows? So here's what you might want to do next time. Windows. Okay. So I'm sometimes it just is going to stay black. What you got to do if you're on it, I would definitely from Windows, like I would definitely go out of your show. Like, so if you're on your phone, see if there's an arrow down up in the corner up here on the top right, it'll say minimize show, create a raid, or end your show. I don't want to end my show. I'm just going to minimize it. It's going to go back to my menu. What you might want to do next time if that happens, yeah, and then your camera stopped. Say my app crashes, right? Let's go out of the app. Okay, at least I can find it now. Go back into the app. Close out of it if you have to. Go back into it. Go to your profile right away. It's see how it has the red right here? That means that person is live. It didn't work. Even if you went to your show and you joined from your show. It didn't join. It didn't let you do it, huh? So if you have the link, yeah. So what I always recommend is even if you're live, see this? I have a cable. I always am plugged in. Get a long enough cable. Always stay charged, especially if you start from your device. Every now and then, you cannot. I don't know what the glitch is, but the device that you started with is like a controller, right? That device is in charge. I would get yourself plugged in as fast as you can and stay plugged in if you can. If you don't have a cable, I would definitely invest in buying a cable. I have a 12-foot cable and I have a 50-foot cable for like when I do streams outside. And it's a pain in the butt to be plugged in all the time. But you know what? Phones, when they stream, they get hot and they drain battery pretty quickly depending on the age of your phone. So I would definitely, hey, Lone Star Loot. I would definitely, yeah, I stay plugged in all the time. You had a cable to charge the phone. It just happens. You know what I mean? You're busy focusing on your show as you should be. And then you just don't think about it, right? It just happens. You're like, oh, shoot. Maybe if you plug in, did you try to plug your phone and go back from the phone device? Try that next time if it happens. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen to you again. There was a glitch. There still kind of is a glitch. And I think it's specifically on Android or Windows phones that when it goes out, it's really hard to get back in, and it sometimes can be a black screen, like no picture, nothing. It'll look like whatever your picture is. Not from the phone. Yeah, if your phone was dead, then but remember the phone, wherever you start the stream, that's the controller. So 90% of the time, not 100%, you can't get back on. You cannot see. You can't even run your stuff. Um, you have to go back to that controller device, which is your phone. On my computer, like I'm looking, I could switch it to stream from my computer, but my computer, I need to get a new one. So it will be a crappy video feed if I do that. Yeah, and your computer has to be, like, able to handle it, have a good enough camera, because streaming requires a little bit more, sometimes not so much, sometimes it's not so technical, you know? I would definitely here's something I'm gonna show you, do this, okay? I think you should do this, I think everybody who's new should do this, and then I'm gonna answer the questions. Okay, so let's go outta here, so let's minimize it. Okay. When you go into Whatnot, this is your seller's profile, right? This is my seller's profile, I should say. Okay. Now, here's some shows I have, right? But you know what? I think that when you're new, you should have a practice show. I've talked about this a lot, and I will show you how. Does tagging help during a show? It does in Facebook. Yeah. If you have sellers that you want to tag to come to your show, you can absolutely tag them. You can tag them for sure. And tag as many as you want, and they'll come in. You tag whoever you want. Here's some sellers I'm going to put in. Follow them. And then I'm going to tell you about this. Here's just a couple I'm going to put in here. See, like I tagged these 4 people and put follow these sellers in it. So it'll alert the sellers. They may come in and say hello. They may not. You can totally do that. If you can handle doing your show and tagging at the same time, go for it. Heck yeah. I mean, hashtags I don't think really work on. We'll see. I don't think so. Like they're non-searchable. See, Nat came back in. Still in the closet, eh? Okay, so one thing I want to show you is if you want to do a practice show, this is strictly from a device. On your computer, it's a separate thing. Awesome. Okay, so up here, see that plus sign? You guys, yeah, you guys can see the whole screen here. Okay, see that plus sign up there? This is how you schedule and list and then create story. You know how we were talking about the story a little bit ago, and someone said, I don't really like why the Whatnot stories are not on the main page and you got to go to click on another followed host. That's how you create a story. We'll talk about that in a minute if you'd like. So listen, schedule a show. When you hit schedule a show, okay, I have some mods already selected here that usually mod for me. So I just leave them as a default. So my show, this is a test show that only I get to see. Okay, now there's a little bit of a glitch right now and Whatnot. I'm just going to do it PM, okay? Because I can go live anytime. But I'm going to schedule it for like April 20th, 2024, okay? And this is a private show. Here's my category. Oh, I have to pick the cat. Oh, yeah, because this is Whatnot's new on my phone. Estate sales. You pick the category that's best for you. I may go fast. There's some tags. I don't need any of that right now. Okay, so I always put explicit on my late night shows because it's late night. We're grown-ups, but a curse word may or may not come out of my mouth, and that's just me. So you be warned, but usually not so bad. Private stream. Very important if you want to do a private stream, meaning you want to test out Whatnot. If this is off, yeah, you might as well, for fuck's sakes. Okay, this is to start your show without being discovered. So let's schedule it. So now it popped into my scheduled show with my mug in there. Okay, only I see it. I could actually go live on that. So mine, I'm not going to go live because you can't go live on 2 shows at the same time. It's like a Whatnot deal. So like, for example, I have to put in my YouTube stuff for this one, but during the YouTube thing, I actually have to, I multicast and I could go there. I don't have it set for here, but once you hit that, it'll go live for this show. Nobody could see it. But if you set this up, you could test it out yourself. So you could watch yourself, you could see what happens with your camera. You could talk. I've done these to test out how my phone and my computer in my shed is working. And what happens is once you do that stream and it ends, it disappears. Like it's not used against you, or if you forget to go to it. Like mine's not till April 20th, right? Yeah. And so you can test it out because hey, it's and even if you say, you know what, I need to really you could send it to a friend of yours, and then if they have the link, which is like, see this share button this here, you click that and you can copy the link and it can go to whoever you want. So this little icon will come and then it'll say like de-archivist shared this live stream. They can do it in mine here. It's the same option. Okay, so that's kind of how you do a private show. Right now there is a glitch, so it might show you live, it might not. I think they might have worked it out. I'm not 100% sure on that because I tested it. I did one like 2 weeks ago because I was testing my computer because my computer's a little bit older, but it's a powerhouse and I have a fan issue. And I was testing all my different cameras. Like I was using like a webcam, a Logitech 1080. It's not for streaming, but it works. It works fine. It's got a beautiful picture on it. And but I could hear the fan. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And then I did another test and it worked. So I was like, okay, I did a 3 camera test. It worked, but it made it like all these squares on whatnot. And you just got to play around because ultimately this is your show. This is your dream. You've got to work towards it and play around. And it takes lots of practice. Like when I started whatnot, my first show ever, you know what? My first show ever sucked because the camera didn't work because I didn't test it. I didn't do a private show. So fail number 1, which is fine. Okay, is there somewhere to choose how long your show is? Yeah, in your head. In your head. If you decide you want to do a show for an hour, set a timer. And when the timer goes off, you wrap it up. I definitely say like don't go on for 15 minutes and you don't get one sale or any people and then you give up. My first show was the first show was a flop, so I waited like a week and I rescheduled it. And then I waited like a week and I rescheduled it, right? And once I rescheduled it, I want to say I did like a little bit over an hour for the first show. And then my next show, I like to talk. I'm Italian, I talk with my hands. The next show was a little bit longer. And I remember the first show that I actually had, I mean, I sold $79 worth. Did I make 79? No, I probably made about 50 bucks, 40 bucks because you got cost of goods, right? So, but I came back for more. I didn't give up. I just did the shows. And depending what you're selling, because it's hard to sell. It's hard to sell because you're selling yourself, your personality, your mood, your vibe. That all is part of it too. And if you aren't coming here with a positive mind, even though you could be struggling, because we all struggle in different ways. Hey, Rex Flipper, what's up? And just, hey, Miss Vicky, how are you doing? Hey, Ike, how you doing? And you just gotta stay like you don't. And I always say this on my streams, and I'm gonna say it again. You have to remember one thing: you come on here to sell your stuff. Whether it be a little angel or clothing or shoes or sports cards or video games or Pokemon cards. You don't have to go into like your life, like, and if you're having a hard time financially, you don't tell that to everybody, so because not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. I'm huge on that. And I feel like you share if you want to and don't overshare, because some people love the drama and they want to hear about all these things because you just focus and you entertain and have fun. Absolutely. Timer when I do my chats because I'm trying to get them down to like 2 hours. Because I usually will do like a 3-hour chat because we have a good time. It's fun. It's fun to teach. It's fun to learn, and then it's also fun to connect with other people, and that's what I love to do, you know? Like tomorrow, is it tomorrow? No, Thursday, I'm going to a local business. I got her signed up for Whatnot. She has these handbags that are amazing. And for like a month and a half, I've been trying to get to her, but I've been so busy. So I'm like, we both said, let's get together so she can stream. So she might go live tomorrow on Whatnot. And I hope she does. I don't know if she's going to. I gotta help her with stuff. So, I don't know her. We met. I love the boutique. I went in there and it was just fun, I'm not going to create competition for me, but I'm going to bring other people she buys and all that and bring other people to the platform. And I love Whatnot. I love to see other people succeed. And there's been some great people. And I love to do this talk because without these talks, you wouldn't know who I am and what I'm about. So I sell also really good stuff. And I'm usually, like I said, Sunday through Thursday nights. I'm in California, and so all my shows are Pacific time, but it adjusts for you guys. So if I'm doing a show, and here's what's funny: when I first came on Whatnot a year ago, there wasn't too many people late night, just sports cards. They're like 24/7, and thank you. And so when I would come on at night, there was literally nobody on. I was the only one. Oh, you're from Alabama? Right on. I was the only one at night. So then people would see, how do you do that? Well, I can't sleep. I'm an insomniac. So I created the Insomniac Club. You find your own little funny thing. Like, here's, you might always see me and I'm like, hey everybody, how's it going? This is my co-host, Vanna Wright. Sometimes she just, we just play around. You just gotta have a little fun, right? And laugh. Yeah, this is Vanna Wright. She's a co-host on Wednesday nights, and then I do a little ASMR. Oh, you are too in Florida, right? Okay, I see a question here. You have a problem with the ones that come in and immediately out if you're not having a giveaway? That's okay. It's not a problem. The thing I find that I did a lot of giveaways. I still do giveaways, but they cost money. They're not required. You do not have to do them to be successful and Whatnot. Okay, there are a group of people that just come in for giveaways. That's okay. If they ask you to do a giveaway, say, if you just did one, don't do another one. If you can't afford it, you're paying shipping's $5 minimum, then the cost of the item. So if I give something like this away, there I'm already $10. Then another five, that's 15. If I do 5 of those, that's a lot of money. So, if someone asks you giveaway, sure, eventually, don't have to answer it. Okay, because it's your show. You get to do what you want. You're there to sell the stuff. And if they start harassing you too much, you just click on their name. You guys know how to ban somebody from a live? You guys want to see how to do that? And don't just ban people if they ask a dumb question or anything. I'll show you. So Whatnot kind of I would not worry about that Rex Flipper, to be honest. Okay. I would really focus on keeping the positive vibe. Because I'll tell you something. When someone comes in to your stream and you're jamming, you're having a good old time because you want to be entertaining yourself, right? And the funner time you have, I feel like people they feel that energy. They want some of that energy. They like that positivity. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm not going to kick you out. I'm just going to show. Okay. I want to see. You know what? M and B. Wait, I got to read your name right because it's so small on here. Yeah. M&B Vintage. Thank you so much for that. The thing is with these chats, I'm taking my time to help other people, not because I have to, because I want to. You know what I mean? And it is, I'm also working on building my YouTube following and all these chats. If you want to go back and watch them, they're on my YouTube channel. It's D Archivist. There's just no underscore, and Whatnot allows that. But you can go subscribe, follow. I'm going to start putting more tutorials, even eBay, Poshmark, different ones. All right. So I'm going to show you, for example, okay, we're going to use D. So if I click on the name, is it going to let me? If not, I'll do it on my computer. This phone is kind of old. Oh, it won't let me. Why? Oh, hang on. I got to go to this live. I was in that private show. Okay, here we go. Give it a sec for the chat to pop up. That's funny. You have one too? Awesome. Is it your same name? So this show is a networking show. This show, like it says on my thing here, welcome to Coffee Talk. Uh-oh. Now it's gonna boot me out of the show, guys, when I touch okay. It might. No, it kept me in my show. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you guys two things. I'm gonna teach you how to kick someone out, ban them. When you hit ban, it only bans them from that show. They could come back to your future show, okay? So I'm gonna click on my name. It might not let me. Sue, since it's your question, I'm gonna use your profile, okay? It was kind of your question, or you wanted to know. Okay. The profile pops up on the screen. See where it says block? You can block. The interesting part is when I click it on my computer, let me show you. This will, if you hit block, I just noticed this. Okay, look, on my computer, sorry about movement quick. Oop, look at that. It has block and ban from live. I'm not going to get you M and D. I'm just showing. Everybody follow M and D. And see, it shows I don't follow, but I've already followed you because you've been here. You've been here before. Yeah. So if you hit this one, I'm not going to. It will ban them just from the live. Block will block them permanently from all of your streams. Okay. So it didn't really show it on here. I didn't see ban from live. This is an older version of the yeah. So I would be careful banning and yeah. Well, the thing is, here's how I look at banning. Here's how I look at it, okay? If someone comes into your stream and they're rude to you and disrespectful, ban them. Who wants that kind of negativity? I don't. Or here's something that happens a lot on Whatnot. And we all have our own financial things. Some people are struggling and they're on Whatnot getting free donations. I've seen it for a long time. And that's not Whatnot was created for. It's good to have a good heart and give when you can. But there are people that are constantly doing that for a free handout. And that's going to get banned off Whatnot pretty soon here. We all have our struggles, but I've seen it more than it should be. But some of it, I like been involved where, people like legit. One of my friends, when I first came to Whatnot, I was living in a women's homeless shelter. And she has an apartment now, and that's Gretchen's collection. And it's hard, but it was legit. It wasn't like something. But just be mindful that there are a lot of that, and you could have a good heart and give to people, and that's not their intent. So I say that, and some of those people have been banned from other streams for that stuff. But I just say that out of kindness. You have kindness, that's nice. Tip the person. You know what I mean? If you can do that, that's always like, some people need that help. But Whatnot was not created for that, for the shows, the talking. It is a supportive kind of thing. And that's what I love about it. So, if you can do that stuff for other people, go for it. But it's really not what Whatnot was created on. I don't know where I was really going with that, but I just wanted to share a little bit of that. So some of those people have gotten banned because people don't want them in their stream, because they'll come in your stream and they'll just kind of like dump all that in your stream, and your stream is real positive. So one thing I'm really good at is segueing out of that. You have to find, hey, Eclectic Lily, what's up? How you doing? No problem. Come in anytime. One real important thing is, and I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a few minutes, when you have a show, try to segue out of that. Someone comes in like they're having a rough day and you get it. Connect. Hey, Daddy Launder, how you doing? 777. I love it. Welcome in, you guys. Hey, Francisco, how you doing? Hey, Lieutenant. Hey, Dale. Doyle in Iowa. What's going on? It is rock, paper, scissors, right? I honestly, even people that have bought from me and something broke in shipping, like I'm not going to ban them because of it. I've only banned one person on the platform. Wait, let me think. Yeah, only one. I know a lot of times people spill the feelings. I get it. And it's an outlet for some people. But I don't want to come into a stream every time and it's such a downer. Like I get it. I'm really empathic. I understand that. And I always feel and I say not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. You don't have to give all that divulge on that information. It's unless you really want to, but some people like that, some people don't like that. I protect the space. So, yeah, I see it a lot. And then those shows are just sometimes they're hard to watch because you really feel and sometimes you can't do much. It's very draining to watch. Yeah, you just and you can hear it in the seller who's if someone comes in like that or like the show, it's quiet, people are just like what's going on here, right? Because we're human, we all like to hear the drama or watch it unfold. But I don't like train wreck shows because I know that that person's going through a lot and they're going to regret that show later. I've been in shows where they're doing drugs, I've been in all kinds, and I'm just like, okay, I don't want to have any of that. I'm going to turn it the other way because that's just me. Yeah, it is, Tony. Okay, you were banned from a stream that I had never been in before. Okay, so I'll talk about that. Okay, so I will say this. Okay, a lot of times, one of the biggest things on Whatnot that as a new seller or a seller, period, that you're not allowed to do is you're not allowed to spam the chat. Meaning, if I'm running my ghost bracelet, right, with balls, by the way, look at that. It's my bracelet and it has balls. Isn't that great? My kid's friend made that for me because we went to the Ghost concert. Ghost is a like I don't know what kind of band they are, but they're very interesting and very good. And their music is best described as Scooby Doo chasing music. Okay, I learned that today. I was cracking up. Anyways, the one thing about Whatnot is, yeah, my brain just lost the focus. I can't believe it. I'm sorry, you guys. I was laughing about the balls, I think. Okay, when you go into a show, one thing in the policy is, for example, like Tawny Cooper comes in and I'm running this little angel and I say, oh, yeah, they make like 10 more of them. This is a really cute angel. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it $8. I'm just giving you an example. This one's broken. I'm not selling it. And I'm showing it on camera. Usually I have it on my record player. And then I say, oh, I used to have all 8 or 9. I sold them. There's 10. And she writes in the chat, this is just an example. I have the other 5 if anybody wants to come to my show. That's like number one. That's self promotion and it's totally against Whatnot policy. You're not allowed to do that. You're actually not allowed to ask, can I share my shows in any streams? So sometimes if you're perhaps, I don't know what happened for you to get banned, but I've seen people post their shows and not ask, and certain sellers are kicking you out because you're distracting from what they're doing as a seller. They're trying to sell their stuff, right? So that's just an example, but you are not allowed to do that. Like if I said I had 10, and Tawny Cooper says D, I have those too, or whatever. It's like self promotion, and it depends on the seller. So this particular chat, this is where I want you to share your show. During my nighttime one, I usually say do it during the giveaways because every now and then you'll get someone, hey Joni, what's up? Hey Robin Egg. You'll get people that post it and then they post it over and over. And when you're having people request numbers, it gets tough. And you've been in some streams where like Crazy Lamp Lady, her chats are pretty quick and people are asking multiple questions or they're commenting how cute, well, and she's trying to read what they want to know. Like someone might say, is it signed or is it have any damage? She doesn't sell anything with any damage, but actually sometimes there are chips in her stuff, that's right. But just to give you an example like that, so but sometimes the mods will have a controller next to their name. Here, I'll mod you, Tony. Yeah, no problem, anytime. So Tony, make a comment, like follow everybody. See how the controller is by her name? Okay, that means she can kick someone out. But I always say my mods, they have to be really bad. And I'll usually say, hey, mods, you know what to do. And the mods will go kick someone out. Right? Yeah, follow everybody. I always say that. Hey, Tony, what's up? Hey, Vegas, Brian. Okay, wait, I want to read this. Shiggity Sean. What a cool name. I like it. Hey, One Disappearing Act. Hey, what's up, Monster Mashpot? Hey, P. Connolly. I always try to say hi to you guys. Like when I first go on my streams, love you more. You know, here's an interesting on my computer, it doesn't show you. Let me mod you too. And it'll ask you, are you sure you want to mod them? And there's a co-hosting thing if you have someone on. Yeah, I always say that. Just take your time. Don't go quick because you might hit the wrong button and it's okay. You can always yeah, they are great assets. They help a lot. Like I've had shows where I've had 200 people in, 300, and I've had 4 or 5 mods, and it's going quick because you've got 10 people asking you at the same time. Number 12, number 14, number 16, number 35, number 450. So I always keep like a post-it note and write it down. Like if someone, make sure you have your store preloaded, so they might be calling those numbers because I number everything. You don't have to number everything, and they'll go search. They just put the instruction. Oh my gosh! Hey, the block button is way close to the mention button. I know, I know. I feel like block. If you click it, does it say I don't want to touch it? You know what I'm saying? Because if I hit block, like, and it blocks somebody, that will. I think it asks you, "Are you sure you want to block?" You know, Tony Cooper, right? I'm sure it's going to ask you, "Are you sure?" Just like if you want to ban. I know I'm scared. I did. I think it does because I had to block somebody before, and or not block, ban them from the live, and it just kicks them out, and then 24 hours later they can come back. Or I've had mods do it, but it tells the person. I had one person, um, they weren't really a troll. They just had, yes, you can unblock. You have to go to their profile and unblock them. Once you ban them from the live, that's for until your next one. So um, that you can't undo, but you can, because once you ban them from that live there, it kicks them out. And then, like I said, the next one. Hey, you too. You have a good one too. Oh, Boyd. Oh, Boyd. What are you doing? How are you? What's up? Oh, Boyd is a new seller too. We were bugging her forever. It was Jen Boyd. We were bugging you forever to sell, and then she finally did. Show the face, everything. She's doing damn well. I bought something from her recently too. It's the cutest on my desk. I love it. Little dog. Nada selling fabric. I thought you'd be in the pickup line. That was pretty funny with your kids. That was pretty hilarious. Hey, yo, comics. She did. That's great. Whatnot is a lot of fun. Like my kids don't come on live, but they make little bracelets that I have in my store. They're in the buy it now, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, you're having? Do you have an IEP? Yeah, of course you do. Good. Good luck. You got to check out. Okay, I think I told you about her before, and then I'll go back to what talking about whatnot. Is the special education boss on TikTok? Do you know her? I think I've talked about her. She's awesome. Karen. Yeah. Okay. She gives some good pointers, and she has advocacy training too, I believe. You got to check her out. You got to check her out. I think it's like special educate because there's a lot of moms on whatnot who are special needs moms. And sometimes when we have special needs children and they all have different types of needs, some verbal, some nonverbal, autism, ADHD, all kinds of stuff. And so I found there are a lot of moms that are homeschooling or kids with needs. She's the best resource. So, you know, it's fascinating what I've even learned. I was going to take some of her advocacy classes, but I hold the school accountable, and there's great resources on like how to write letters, where to get stuff, and you know the schools don't like those kind of resources because then they are held accountable to follow federal law. So I'm big on like making them follow it. My school does not like me, but I don't care. I just have an IEP for a reason. It's a contract, legally binding contract. So just follow it. Just like our contract with whatnot. Exactly. And a lot of parents are so overwhelmed because of the care they got to put for their child that they don't it's not that they don't care, they're too exhausted. They can't do anymore. So hang in there. There's other moms like you and dads like you that they go through this, and there are tons of them on whatnot. Reach out and be surprised how many parents are have special needs or even grandparents that are on this because they need to work from home and while they're taking care of their children. So if you ever go into a stream and you hear someone crying or a kid and they're struggling, it's probably a mom with special needs child, and just be patient and understandable. They have a different kind of set of challenges than you would. Oh, IEPs, yeah, because it's written like in a foreign language, literally legalese in favor of a school district. I could talk about this all day. Um, that's why I said my school doesn't like me, because I was sharing resources with the parents, which in turn costs the district money. But so what? I wasn't telling them who to go, but it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. You totally, yeah, I don't care. These people are all replaceable. They all rotate jobs really quick, like a revolving door. But your kid is your kid in through the school, whether it's homeschooled or not, through 12th grade and through college. And these IEPs go till they're whatever age through college. So people don't know that kind of stuff. And it's, yeah, left in tears every time. Yeah, get private placement. I was close. This year is the first year where my son is, he's doing good. He likes school. He has really good teachers, and it's one yeah, it's less. I have to use my advocate. I hire an advocate because she knows all the laws. I'm knowing more and more each time that I have one. I record everything. Everything's in writing. Everything has to be in writing. I record all the every IEP meeting, because then I could play it back. I don't sign anything. I don't excuse anybody from showing up at that meeting. They're part of a team. If they can't make it, sorry, you're going to have to reschedule till they can come. And I have like 8 to 12 people on my team for my kid. So just know that once you learn all this stuff, and it's, my kid has different kinds of needs. Everybody has a different need. So, yeah. And I'm a paraeducator when I work. They just call me. I haven't been wanting to work this year because so much has changed. I just don't know. Had a teacher I used to call his daytime mom. She moved up low. I love that. I love that Catherine. That's awesome. It's hard that you find. That's very rare that you find somebody that cares, that's able to move up with your kid through the school. That's awesome. Absolutely, 100% a gift for sure. Hey, that's AK. How you doing? Okay, we're gonna get back to what now. Like I said, the best place to find to get bubble wrap. You want to really know, from other sellers? No, for real. From other sellers who wrap the crap out of their stuff. I mean, that's why I buy it, right? No. You know what? American Bubble Boy is a great place. Sandy, what's up? Hey, Flaming Star, how you doing? Rest Ray, what's up? Frenchie. I have to say, honestly, I went to what is this place called now? I don't have any comics. I only actually recently got some Big Bob's Big Boy ones, but they're gone already. Sorry. They were like number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Um that's it. Not too much, but always check back. You know who might have some comics? Is Sable Lou. Here, I'm gonna give you people to follow because they have comic shows. Okay, and they're in the state sale. Okay, follow this one and then follow this one. And they have comics. I don't know if Mimi does, but I know these two for sure have comics or have had shows. Okay. Okay, the bubble wrap. American Big Boy seems to have Bubble Boy and Big Boy. I don't know what, because I'm talking about comics. American Bubble Boy has a pretty good price. Their shipping is really fast. But a lot of times, I actually had placed a ad in my local Facebook marketplace asking for bubble wrap packaging, and I got a ton. And then another thing I did, and you might want to try this out, is locally there's like packaging companies, manufacturers like corrugated. Look for those guys. Like I live by one of the biggest, Uline's Warehouse, but they're expensive. I could buy a bundle of boxes really cheap. I'm not really into supporting them, unfortunately, at this time. I used to, but I don't like where their money goes. So I try to choose locally because it's smaller business, but they make the boxes for companies like that. I think they make their own boxes, but And then I'll call them and go, hey, do you have any like irregulars? Maybe the cardboard didn't glue right. So they have some that, they need a little more glue or extra tape. I bought some from a company that is 1 mile from my house. Okay. I had to buy 100 of each box size. So I think it was like 500 bucks minimum. I know. I don't like the catalog. It's such a waste. Give me a cheaper shipping price or let me will call it. Uline is 10 minutes from my house. But they send me I already told them don't send me catalogs. It's a waste of money. Like, can you imagine how much money that cost them? That catalog is like this thick. I don't need it. Stop sending. And they still send. I just got one yesterday. It's send an e-catalog. I don't know. But anyway, they have the money, so whatever. I would check with local companies, so try that. You can also get free boxes at USPS.com for the post office if you ship priority mail. But again, it's 1 pound to 5 pounds. And if you do a flat rate show, then it's up to 70 pounds. Sell it in ephemera. I know. It's nuts. I'll save it. I have to save it. I have a catalog from Uline from maybe 10 years ago. Is it considered ephemera now? Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, and ask your family and friends because chances are they've got some packaging materials. But check your packaging. You want to make sure it doesn't smell either. You want to make sure the box doesn't stink if you recycle it because there are people that smoke or just have stuff that stinks. Just part of it. Make sure you're not recycling those boxes because you'll get people that might be allergic to cigarette smoke or they're allergic to animals. I don't have any animals except a lizard, and there's no like dog hair and stuff like that. But you want to make sure. Most people they don't care, but you have a few that they don't want animal hair. They don't want that stuff in their package. Yeah, trying to think where else I got packaging. I don't. Do I have any right now? You guys know about packaging paper, right? You can buy it. I buy. Actually, I'm waiting for this new paper to come. I think it's coming today. Let me see. It's brown packaging paper. There was 1,500 sheets of it. Let me see when I'm going to get it. I'm going to tell you about this paper. I'm going to try it out. Yeah, I'm going to try it out. Oh, it's coming today between 12:30 and 3:30. But it's 35 pounds of paper. It was on Amazon. It was $32.99. It was a little expensive, but I wanted to try this out. But it's 1,500 sheets. Each sheet they're perforated. So they rip apart and then you could wrap small stuff with it. But it's brown, basically brown paper. Trying to see the size of it. 11 inches. 11 by, I don't know. Where's the box? There it is. Hold on. I'll tell you the size of it. I'm just trying this out because it's a thicker paper. Each one is 14.25 by 11 inches, and there's 1,500 sheets of it. And it was like 32 bucks. It's craft paper, but it comes. I always get the light tan packing paper, and that's usually like 40 bucks for 640 sheets. That's great paper, but the size is funky. I don't like the size of it. But I use a lot of paper to wrap up ceramics. I'll usually use tissue. Right now I'm back to using tissue, and I'm going to try this craft paper and see how it is and see how much I use. Because then my cost per item with the box, because I know my numbers down to the penny, how much I make, how much I lose. Because it's good to know that I'm a business, so I have to like make sure I know what I'm paying taxes on at the end of the year. With that item, with a box, my own box, and all the packaging materials, it's like between 75 cents and $1. It just depends on what size box I use. Usually I just count $1. So I add $1 into my prices for the box. If it's a bigger box, then I could have a box that's like 12 by 12 by 12, and it's not priority mail because that's bigger than priority mail box, but I can ship it priority mail. That might be a $4 box. I have to add that in my cost of goods, but you guys don't see that. If you're buying an item, then I know already, oh, I got this box. I got to use this big box. That box cost me $4. And it is, some of the boxes are expensive because I don't buy them in a bulk. I just buy them as I need them. And then sometimes they're like $3.85 plus tax. So it'd probably be a $5 box because you got to add the taxes that I have to pay in it because I don't want to like absorb not enough money. I want to make sure I cover myself in it. So that's kind of what I do. A lot of people do it differently. Some people don't. They try to get recycled. But if I can recycle it, then it's not in my cost of goods. But if I know, like, I use these little boxes for like stuff like this. So this is wrapped in tissue. But you see these angel wings could get broken off. So I always make sure when I wrap it, there's like the small bubble or like the big bubble or a lot extra paper. And then the box I use is a 7 by 5 by 5, a little rectangle. And that box, because it's a custom folded box, it's not an open top, it's a side loader. That has so much support and it has more crush protection than another box. So then that box right there cost me, I forget how much, but that's like a good size box. Just if you're getting started, you need to buy one. It fits a lot of small collectibles, 2 or 3 sometimes. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. We're just talking about packaging materials. Where do you guys get your stuff? Where do you guys buy your stuff? Like, is anybody just strictly using Party Mail? Because, like, one thing I noticed, I had a couple sellers, new sellers who didn't know. So they were not, actually, there's a few sellers on the platform that do this. Whether the item is this size or whatever, they were still charging £1, 8.35 for shipping, and the item wasn't a pound because they didn't want to buy their own boxes. So they just used the Party Mail 7 by 7 or 8 by 8 by 7. And this is like, I don't know how much that one weighs. Let's see. Not very much. Let me just peek at my scale real quick and then I'll tell you exactly. So that item by itself is 2.3 ounces. I would ship it 4 to 7 ounces. As a buyer, I don't want to pay a pound for a 4 to 7 ounce item packaged. So if you're doing that, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Try to bundle up and put 2 items together to make it a pound so it's fair to the buyer. But I guarantee a lot of buyers don't want to pay a pound rate for less than a pound. And I don't think you're supposed to do that on Whatnot either. But I have bought a few items where they did that, and I'm just like, wait, why is it shipping so much? For a small item. Then I get the item and it doesn't weigh very much. So just be mindful of that. You will probably have to invest in boxes or recycle a box until you figure it out. You can look on Amazon. The boxes that I get 7 by 5 by 5, I get them on Amazon because they're just cheap and they're good. I got a 50 count of them, of those 7 by 4 by 3 is what they are. And I don't even know how much I paid because now they're out of stock. Hey, Mighty Too Hot, what's up? Let's see how much I paid for those. Oh, it won't show me, huh? Let me see the invoice, and I'll tell you guys how much I exactly paid for them. Okay, so it's $22.65 for 50 of them, plus tax. So does it break it down? Yeah, 7 by 4 by 3, and they basically, it would take 65 pounds to crush the box. That's the crush weight. So it's a pretty good. What is that? 60 cents. See how the box price can add up on you. Howdy, how's it going? Use Party Mail with the $8 base rate. I think it's just easier for me to go get them down the road as needed. Yeah, you can get them as you need. You can order them too. A lot of times you go to your post office, depending on how big your post office is. Mine's a pretty big one, so they'll have flat rate and they'll have the mailing boxes. But a lot of times, as of like a little bit earlier this year, they do not have the mailing box one. So I'm out right now. I have to order today, and it takes about a week. I have a shed, so I have space to like store them. But I'm totally out of the 8 by 8 by 7 square, the little cube. I think it's number 7. See, I have my little cheat sheet on my desk. Hey, what's up, Floppy Stinky Pants? I always have like what boxes. These are the 4 boxes I use that are priority mail. There's like the large, the shoebox, the small cube, and then the 1092 box. And I'll order like 50 to 100 at a time. Yeah, and I'm actually out of my large ones. My 12 by 12 by 9. Yeah. They come quick. Yeah. What's going on? How you been? You just figure out what works for you. I don't want to pay extra for shipping because someone doesn't want to do the box thing, but I get it because sometimes people, do $1 and $2 items, but don't overcharge on the shipping. Yeah. How close are you? Trying to hit the 1K. You're at 749. Did you deduct the giveaways? You know how that works, right? No? Okay, email Whatnot and ask them what your okay, let me back up. So right now the way it stands is when you ship something out and you're a new seller, you don't get paid until up to 72 hours after it's delivered. Okay, Whatnot will just automatically pay you. But you got to check on those transactions because sometimes it's more than 72 hours. So if it delivers on Monday, you'll probably get paid Friday or the following Monday because it's 72 hours, give or take. Okay, but say you keep selling and you do giveaways and the goal is if you get to 1,000 sold items, doesn't include the giveaways, you get paid when you print that shipping label, which is the big reward for a lot of people trying to get to it. And it's a lot of work and it does go quick. And a lot of people bundle, or you'll see people do $1 starts. Yes, you'll see people bundle. Well, it doesn't count as all those items because you're bundling one transaction. Excuse me. But when you hit 1,000 and you got to, I was at 1,040 or something. And I was like, ooh, I got 1,000 items. And because I had given away a lot, and I mean a lot, it didn't count. I didn't get paid when I printed that. And it was almost like, in a way, pulling teeth because it was like, oh, I thought I got it. So I wrote Whatnot and I said, can you tell me? Yes, it doesn't count giveaways. Or no, I was at 981 and I thought I had, I was at I was at 980. I thought, oh, I only need to sell 20 more and then I get paid right away. So somebody else said, no, it doesn't work like that, Dee. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I didn't think giveaways, right? But I'm giving it away. It should count. So I wrote Whatnot and they said, no, you have 851 that you've sold and the rest were all giveaways. So I had a little post-it note over here with the lines on it, crossing it off. And then when I hit 1,000, I was like, all right. I mean, I had some crazy shows. I was doing shows 18 hours, 12 hours, and I was selling like 200 items. So I hit my 1,000 items quick. One of my best shows, I had 100. I had a lot of boxes. It's on my Insta. I filled up. They have this big rolling rack, and I was very proud of that. That's the most I ever sold in one show ever, and it was like 150, 160 boxes, but it was about 300 items. It was crazy, but it was fun to do. Yeah. Yeah, you're paying for it to get shipped, but it's part of the thing. You make 1,000 sales. So some people don't do giveaways. Yeah, just email seller support at whatnot.com. Just ask him, could you tell me what my actual sold count is? I'm trying to figure out how much more I need to sell to reach 1,000. You know? Yeah. And they'll tell you. They'll totally tell you. They're really great. Hey, walk your dog. What's up? Welcome in. You'll make it. You'll make it. Just keep at it. Don't think about it. I have to tell you, it was exciting to work, right? Just like we work and we get a paycheck. That's like the reward, right? For putting it in. You earned it. I feel like when Whatnot did this way, where you had to actually sell it, and this is just for me speaking, and when you actually hit the 1,000 and when you would actually earn it and then get paid when it delivered, it was like work. What's up? What's up? How you doing? What's up, coconut gravy flipping? How are you? Hey, diecast, what's up? But now I feel like I don't feel so much like this. But when I first got the 1,000, and then I did all that, and then I'm like, oh, it was like not work. It felt like I was working towards something to get to the 1,000. I wish there was like another thing where you unlock, hey, Whatnot, because I know you sometimes listen or watch. What about if you guys did this for sellers that unlocked X amount of dollars or unlocked X amount of items that you gave them like free merch? Packaging tape. Living Bliss and I are still waiting for our 6 pack of tape and our hoodies. Yeah, I think it should be like they're coming out with, I know, packaging materials, but how about rewarding sellers that maybe views, maybe number of streams, right? I'd take the tape. Yeah. It won't let you. Did you get the thing? We'll work for free tape. Right. All that shipping support we did. Come on. Me and Live in Bliss. And Shell Pal and what Liz likes. We all been supportive. So, you know, come on. I got a cousin Vito. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, what's up, Diane? How you doing? AZWK, what's up? I don't know. It's cool. But like some kind of perks. I'm available for marketing ideas. I've got lots of them. So hit me up. You know where to find me. I know everybody's like, you should just apply. Oh, you got approved. Yay. Everybody follow everybody. Like I say, that's awesome on this account, right? So when's your first show? You got one scheduled? No, not yet. You got to do onboarding, right? How long did it take? Tara June, what's up? What's going on? I know. I love their you know what? I buy tape from, I can't remember the name right now. Kelly Spicer. It took a little bit. Your mother, oh, stop talking about her. What's up, girl? Amanda Brooke. Oh, you're busted. When you come in, I'm gonna shout out that name. Yeah, why is it the moms? Why do we do that? You got to get the kid's first name and a middle name. When I know my mom, when I was young, I remember my mom going, because my name's Dorothy, but I go by D. And my middle name is Joe, not like Joe Cool, but like J-O for Josephine, because my grandmother. When I was young and my mom would say, Dorothy Joe, I knew I was in trouble. And then she'd say my last name, and I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, what? But see, my brothers and sisters, I'm the youngest of 5. When the brothers and sisters all screwed up and did all kinds of crazy stuff, I already had the skills to know how to work the parents, but also not to be stupid like them. I still tell them that all the time. Yeah, but most of the time I didn't get too much of that. Usually from my aunties from South Dakota. If I mouthed off, they're like, Dorothy Joe. That was great. I missed that. Hey, Jay Gray. Yep, you're busted. Run, 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 run. I've been pretty awesome, actually. Pretty good. Just kind of like working on some projects that are non whatnot. So I haven't been around. I just been kind of doing my coffee talk, but been working on marketing, logos. I actually just finished my logo today. I'm going to try to upload it later. Yeah, I just redid my logo. I did a photo shoot. It's been busy. So it left me little time for whatnotty, but I missed it. Hey, okay, Ethel Ann Red Van, like I love your name. It's so cute. I've seen your name actually a few times. Hey, welcome in. I usually sell, but on Tuesdays, I do like a seller chat, kind of connect. I'm going to be changing it up here when I get around to it. I want to do like co hosting and different things just to make it fun. LEP, what's up? Oh, you started school back. Work, 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 work. I know, always, always. Thank you for sharing. I'm probably going to be off in a little bit, but I have somebody planned to raid here in a little bit. So I came on at 9:23 and then I'll stay usually like 2, 3. See, I said at 2 hours I was gonna go, but I keep talking and this is what happens. Yeah. Whatnot is pretty fun. Like I said, follow everybody. Neighbor, what's up? See, I had to get coffee without you today. Well, I got tea. See, we could have met there. We could have met there already. What's up? Absolutely. I'll do my best to come. What's up, sweetie? How you doing? What have you been up to? Yeah, tag me. I always say tag me. I try to come to all the shows. It just gets hard sometimes. I got stuff going on. I'm with my kids, my husband, and when I'm with them, it's all family. Like, like this weekend it was nice. We just hung out and then everybody kind of did what they wanted to do after and I was shopping on whatnot. Or I did list actually my eBay for once. It's been a while. Hold on, let me check. Did you guys notice? I noticed they added some new categories that I didn't see before. Let me see. Yeah, she's still on. Good. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You have 4 kids. So now Diane, you're gonna sell from this account, right? Yeah. Jay Gray, you have shows too, right? I know you do. So I know. Yeah. Oh, look at how cute. Pen therapy in session. I'm looking at your profile. I'm bookmarking it. See, you know what's a good time for me? 3 o'clock, because I pick my kids up and I wait for my son in the car. So I'm like checking it out. What's up, Michelle? Yeah, follow everybody. Follow each other. That's how this platform. Hey, Angela, what's up? That's how this platform grows, and you grow as a seller, because it's not always like the number of follows that makes the difference. It's the quality of people and the quality of merchandise you sell, you know? And there's so many awesome people I've met on here. Not in person, like on the app, that I've connected with. Yeah. And I met only one actually I met two on Whatnot in person. The first one I met was Moonsky Vintage, Christina, and Love. Yeah, I always say it. Follow everybody. That's right. Holla, follow me too. Not a seller. Well, I'm following. And so just in case you're wondering, like, if you're on here and you go to follow somebody and you've already followed them, who did you meet, Coconut? Just know that it's the Whatnot app. You met Stays. Oh, that's cool. Do you guys live by each other? Yeah, even if you can't support them financially, yes, go to their shows and chat. You know what? That was one of my secrets. I was going to Whatnot and I was just networking and I jump in and help. And people like are appreciative of that. Also, like, it's your time. So you have to invest in it if you want it to grow. And it might not pay you back today, but you don't always look at the next day or the next 10 minutes. It takes tenacity, it takes work, it takes all of that to build something up. And, like I always say, Rome was not built in one day, or was it? Yeah. Yeah. I know I follow everybody. I'm on Insta. If you're on Insta, drop your tags and we can all follow each other. Mine's the same. This is mine. Most of my platforms are D_archivist, except YouTube is D archivist. I was going to switch it. I just left it. Yeah. I might switch it eventually. Yeah, follow everybody. You did that too. Have over 1K followers before I even started selling. That's awesome, Allie. Yeah, you just do that. When I first did it, I used to go in Moms and Crumbs. She sells clothes, and my niece who sells on Whatnot, Ron Dog, video games. I'm having a show next week. Why don't you join then? I have like classic Nintendo, PS3, Wii, all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna be unloading it at that show. Alrighty. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to do more videos. I just changed all my logos and stuff and those thumbnails. It just takes time, right? Has she grown? She has grown a lot. And I'm so happy for her. She works very hard. Her whole family does. But I used to watch her chat shows. At first, I was like, I'm not sure. Um, but then I started listening, and like, she started just flipping yard sale stuff on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, then eBay, and just grew and grew. And then on the platform, and she has like 25,000 followers or close to it. And yeah, follow Liz too. What Liz like? She does a Monday chat, but that's how So I started watching Moms and Crumbs, and I was like, you know what? I like what she says. So I listened and I hung out and I pop in. She happens to do it on the Tuesday, so I was doing it on Monday, and then I saw Liz, and then I saw Living Bliss, which is Shy, on Wednesday. So I said, you know what? They can have Liz on Monday, they can have Dee on Tuesday, and they can have Shy on Wednesday. Or let me rephrase it. They can have Liz on Monday, okay? Dee on Tuesday, and Living Bliss on Wednesday. Okay? Does that work? So that's what we're doing. And I may add, I was thinking about adding like a nighttime one just to chat and then run my stuff. But my schedule is so crazy because of the time. Yes, there's and we all explain it differently, you know? I'm technical. Liz is really good with like knowing the detail of it and then giving you some ideas and then, just being present and doing it. She shows her face, Shy shows her face, I show her face, we're who we are. And then we push each other's shows. Like Live and Bliss has a chat tomorrow at I don't know, 9:17 in the morning Pacific time for me. Let me see. I'm gonna check real quick. She's doing a show right now. Actually, is she still on? Maybe we can. I don't know if she is. No, she's not on anymore. Okay, yeah, tomorrow at 9:17 Pacific time, and Thursday she does like ISO, and Liz has her Monday chat at 6 a.m. That's for my time though. That's 9 a.m. I think, right, Liz? 9 a.m. your time. And so I'm on Apple, Shy's on Apple, Liz is on Android, but it's all the same. It really is all the same. There's just certain features on Android you cannot, I mean, on Android, I think has some features you can't do, but on Apple has different like menu options because they're kind of crushing it in the Apple. Yeah, thank you, Lily. Appreciate that. You know what? We take the time, we enjoy it, and Whatnot's a great community. I can't even stress it enough. I think a lot of people come to realize that. And also, if you're buying, it can be dangerous because you're spending your money and you're buying a lot of stuff. And the goal is to buy it. If you're a seller, buy it, sell it, or buy it, enjoy it, then sell it. You know what I mean? You're an Android, and the gift to chat feature has a bug. Oh, it does? Yeah. And one more thing I want to say about selling if you're new, make sure that you price your stuff where you're making some money, number one. And number two, load up your store. And if you do your first show, don't feel like I showed mine a little bit ago. I have 163 items in between my buy it now and my auction tab. Don't feel like you have to do that. Start your first show at like 20 items, but definitely have some items in your buy it now. Meaning, if I'm talking and I'm showing my little angel, okay, somebody goes in, they can gift to chat or they can just buy something that's in the buy it now tab just by clicking on the store, going to buy it now and scrolling through. I think I updated almost all my pictures now. There's maybe 5 or 6 items. Actually, I'm just adding some new stuff. I got some 1950s Wades in, but I don't think I put too many of those in. Yeah, as soon as the pop-up comes, it just goes to black. Oh, back to buy it. Yeah, it sounds like the link is missing. It sounds like their link is missing. I who's oh yeah, you know what? I was trying to gift to chat the other day. It did that. In mid-century Melinda had a show. I bought some stuff. I like to gift to chat every now and then. I'll do it too. And I'll do like 3 or 4 items. But when I went to hit gift to chat, you know what it did? It gifted it to myself. I bought it. I was trying to gift and it did a purchase. So I was like, whatever. But then the one was intentional and the second one was I just gifted myself it. I don't know how that happened because I was trying to gift it to the chat. Yeah, sunny days. What's up? Hey, Mary, how you doing? Hey, Glass Gizmos, how are you? Yeah, it is it's I like the gift to chat. You can actually gift it to a friend so they don't have to be on Whatnot. So say, my cousin Mary right there, I'm going to send her something, I can click on send to someone else and you just input their information. You can send it to anybody. Even your like if they're not on Whatnot, or if they're on Whatnot, you can send it to someone they're not in the chat. Like if I find something weird, I'll send it to like Sisters Vintage, okay? She's my cousin. She sells on here. She's on Saturdays, usually at like 5:03. I think she's having a show this Saturday or next. You got to go to it. She's hilarious. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. And so you can send stuff like that. You even tried uninstalling, reinstalling, pain in the ass. I was really able to give some. I know I like the random. It's fun because I will say this, when I do the gift to chat, it's just someone random and they're like, the best is when they're like, what did I get? Because it pops up a little thing and it'll say such and such gifted to, or like it'll say like, yeah, it's just the joy. It's fun. That's why I like to do them too. That someone goes in the buy it now, they find an item, and then they could just randomly, when they hit buy it now, another menu comes up and it says a blank spot, like send it to a friend, and then the next one's gift to chat. I can't do it on my own show to show you guys, like I was showing you on the other iPhone. Let's see if it lets me do it and buy it now. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. When I was trying to show on that other iPad or iPhone, yeah, it won't let you do it on there. But like if I went into somebody's show, then I could do it. Who's on right now? You were gifted something, didn't even know the person. It was so cool. The Whatnot help, yeah, the seller support area has some really great tutorials and step through that you should be checking out, even as a buyer. So, like on your phone, I'll show you guys this one last thing and then I'm going to do a raid. Let me see. I'm actually going to go to the antique store and then I'm going to pick my son up. I'm going to go look at a huge collection of uranium glass today. I don't need to buy any more, but it's pretty amazing. All right, let's see if I can flip this over real quick. All right. Give me 1 second. That's pretty cool that you were gifted. So like right now we're just looking at my screen, right? So this is my third device. Hey Denise, how you doing? Hey Cozy Cottage. Hey Junebug. So we're just having a coffee talk. I do these every Tuesday at 9:23 a.m. I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a minute. Okay, forgive me. I got distracted. What are we looking at again? I got to go back up to the image you're asking me. Okay, how to gift. You know what I'm going to do? I have to go in someone else's stream. So let me just show you real quick. Oh, I actually can't show how to gift it. You know why? Because if I show how to gift, let me just go in. I'm going to go into Fancy Cat's show, okay? So give me a second. I got to do it on my phone here. So bear with me. I'll go to someone else's show. And I just got to, oh, she's got nothing in the buy it now. Hold on. Oh, Jen went on. Bear with me. I'm trying to get in a show that's going to have a buy it now gifting item. But there's a lot of people on right now that don't actually have anything. Let me see. I'm just peeking and peeking, so bear with me. All right, you know what? I've never ever, have you guys have ever been to American Sass? All right, I'm going to okay, I don't want to show my address cuz it goes okay, we're going to raid them, but I'm in their store right now, okay? But I don't really like want to show my address because it goes to YouTube. So, I'm going to cover it up. Hang on. Watch, it'll probably fall. Okay. Yeah, the stupid thing. Yeah, because really I don't want to show my address. But so when you okay, or my credit card. Okay. So when you're in the thing, you click on their store, right? And you find an item. Let me go back. Oh, it doesn't want to let it. Hold on. Okay. I clicked on an item, right? See that send a gift? I mean, it doesn't matter. Most people have bought from me, but I tend to not want to show my credit card or my address. Okay. So, see this? I picked this item. I can hit send a gift. Hey, Moon Sky, what's up? Welcome in, you guys. We're just showing how to. So, if you hit send a gift, I can choose send to chat. I can send to my address. So let me just show you. So I can send this item to the chat in this seller American Sasses group. You can enjoy the chat. Now, sellers are supposed to include a packing list. And some sellers said, I don't include it. Well, it's part of the terms. You should be including a packing list with every order. One, it helps you make sure you got the right item in the box. And two, it lets your buyer, who could be like me or OMG you guys or Moon Sky Vintage, we might buy from a lot of sellers on here and we don't always remember everything we buy, perhaps. So we get 10 boxes in the same day or the same week. I hope there's a packing list in there because I need to know what's in the box and who it came from. And if it's a gift, you're never going to know that they sent it to you. And people like to, sometimes people say, hey, that was so nice of you to send me that. Thank you so much. And yeah, I've been doing that, highlighting and writing a little note. It is absolutely a requirement. There are sellers on here. I'll show you something I bought. I bought an expensive coin from a seller. So you just do that. You follow the steps. You can write whatever you want in here. Your keyboard comes up, fill it out. I'm not going to show the bottom part because it's pretty much my address, my credit card, and then it'll show like a subtotal. But I'll show you real quick. This is like a $2 item, right? See, it's a $2 item. Estimated shipping, $1.06. Estimated tax, 23 cents. And then see, estimated total, $3.29. It's just gonna like vary, it might be a little bit. Yeah, even if you have to fold it or print it on your paper, just do it. But I'm going to show you. I bought a bunch of coins because I've been getting into coins. And I bought this 50-cent piece. This is all that came in the envelope. I bought 10 that week. This is an expensive piece. And this is all it's in. It's their number from Whatnot. I was kind of disappointed because then I'm like, who's it from? But I need it for tax, even though it doesn't have the breakdown. And then it had a coin in it. But I'm like, what seller it was from? All of them did not include paper except one. I'm not going to spend the time to go look for who sold it to me. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how you do that. Hey, Moon Sky. Hey, everybody. All right, I'm trying this new tripod out. Sorry about that. So far, I think it's really good if I don't knock it over, right? Hey, Elements of the Heart, how you doing? What's going on? You already mixed up 2 shipping labels, so I'm doing every time now. Yeah, look, you find a system that works for you. I found one that works for me, and it's like pretty error-proof, but every now and then we're human, we make mistakes. But figure out what works for you. I do a 3-check system. Once I run it, I move it over here to a shipping area. After my show is over, I have a very good memory, so I'm able to know like if someone ordered something from me and then they ordered another piece and another piece, you remember, oh, they bought that. You keep that together. So then all those items get together, and then when they're there, sometimes they're on my shipping table, sometimes they're on my floor. I have boxes already made. Then I'll know, oh, this one works with this. These 3 pieces go in this box. And then I have boxes laid out, and then I set those items in there. And then I bring them to the scale, and then I make a label, and then I write a note. I write a hand note on every single packing list. Thank you for your order. Congratulations. Sometimes I'll write something like, hey, you're a stupid person. Because I have a joke with a few people. We always write something back. Here's another stupid thing you bought. I have one person that we write each other back when I buy stuff from her. And she writes, look at this dumb shit you got. It's so funny. So I love the packing lists like that. But yeah, packing lists are really important. Hey Sue, what's up? How you doing? Oh, here's another thing. Like I always say, yeah, it takes time. But look in my store. Look at all the detail. Ornate gold tone jewelry box round. And then that's my title with a number. And then in the description, it says unsigned period gold felt inside. Some people put 4 to 7 ounces and they do the quantity and they don't list the item individually. They just run it. And then they have 50 others just like that. But they might take a piece of tape, write your name on it, stick it to the item. To me, I'd rather pick a packing list, have it separate. each person finds what works for them. And then I check off each item on the packing list, and the packing list will say items total. Okay. Or total items 1. Well, if someone bought this and they got a giveaway with like 3 or 4 items that I give away, then I circle like 4 items. And that's on the packing list too. Cause I'm double checking, crossing out that item has been packaged in that box. And then when they open it up, they might find a piece or two of Laffy Taffy, some random stickers. Sometimes I throw those extras in. And then on the very top or under the packing paper is the packing list with my note of like, hey, thank you so much for your support, whatever. So at one point I had a bookmark. I don't think I have any here. A bookmark that was really clever that said, hey, hope next time you bookmark my show. And it was a literal bookmark I made. I'm going to go back to making those because those were kind of fun. They took a lot of time, but I'm going to make a little thinner one. And then it just said, hey, thank you so much. Hope you can let other customers know of your experience with me. And then they would leave me a review and I get a 5-star review. And it's helpful because then if someone wants to come buy from you, guess what? They're going to look at your review page to see what kind of packer you are. And you can read mine. Good packing. And sometimes things happen in the mail and people aren't happy. That's what's great about Whatnot. If you sell something and it breaks, because it does happen if you don't package it right, or if you can push the box down, forget it. Invest in packaging supplies. Try to use paper. Try to recycle as much as you can. Be surprised, like rolls of craft paper that you can buy, that craft wrap paper. That stuff works pretty good too. It's expensive. You start buying the rolls. But, check it out. Figure out what's right for you and get those in there. Shredded paper. Yeah. I know some people hate peanuts. You know what? If I'm going to get it free and it's wrapped in there, I'm going to use peanuts because certain items, the peanuts absorb the shock from the box being thrown around and it fills that space. How do you have the option to bookmark and notify? Yeah. Ask your buy nothing group. Yeah, that's smart. Okay. On the app, I'll show you. You want to see? Let me get out of this menu because I'm in this show. And then I want to see if they're still on. They've got jewelry and all kinds of stuff. Ooh. And they only have 3 people in there. So we're going to go there in a minute. Okay. Yeah. Check out Facebook group. Those are some really good groups. Okay. So hold on one second. I'm going to flip my camera down. Boop. Okay. So say, for example, I want to look at Fancy Cat's other shows, right? Whoever the person is. Let's see. I'm sure she has shows, but you go to their profile, you go to the shows tab. See all these other shows right here? See that little bookmark thing here? You click on it. Okay, now you hit view all. Once you bookmark it, a little menu pops up. These are all my shows, right? But I want to show you something else if you're in there. So you can bookmark. I usually know when she's going live. See, you got to watch out clicking on it because this is on an iPhone. See what happens? Sometimes you go, and that's why they changed it. Okay. So that's how you bookmark a show, right? Yeah, recycle all shipping. I flatten tissue, craft paper, peanuts, etc. Yeah, you have to. I actually, when I get packages, I get a white plastic trash bag. Hey, Amy, what's going on? Hey, George, welcome in. Hey, Lori. Hey, Christine, welcome back. I think it's refreshing, you guys. Hey, Kitschy Woman. Okay, this is the last thing, and then we're going to raid American Sass. Okay, so say, for example, you're not getting alerts on your phone. If you have an iPhone, yeah, no problem. Okay, when you go to somebody's, here, we'll go to the home. This is what you see when you log in. For you, who Whatnot app is recommending of all your follow people. These people all happen to be live right now. So if I go to followed hosts, right? And I just want to click on, I don't even know this one. Look, I guess, oh yeah, they've come to my talk. Okay, so say they have a show. See that little corner spot there? I know it's a little blurry. Right there, you mark it, and it puts a little black mark. If I want to unbookmark it, do that. And that's what it does. Okay, but I have to show you something before that or after that. You got to go to your profile. Whether you're a seller or a buyer, profile is real similar, right? So same thing with mine. I can't bookmark my own show, but you can go on. I have a bunch of shows. Okay. On the top up here, you want to click on that on your profile. This is, remember what I showed this a little bit earlier, and it showed buying and selling, but you got to scroll down past the selling to account settings. Do you guys see that? There we go. Go to settings. This is also part of gifting, okay? You can't receive a gift if you have it turned off. So direct messages mean anybody on the Whatnot app can send you a message. You can have that on or off. Oh, look, I got one off because, well, I actually have that off. Receive gifts. So I have it on. I've had people that send me gifts. It's never expected. It's always fun and appreciative. I'm always appreciative of that. You have to have it on to get it. Seller tools, if you're a seller, you want that on because there's just certain things you can use that help your phone be hot or not hot. And then there's tools in the iPhone specifically that you can use. Then clips of you. I have it off right now. That people take a clip of you and they post it, it can show up on your page. And then your past shows, you can have that on, you can have that off. This is all where you said, I have mine off because I stream to YouTube. Activity status. I have it off. I don't want everybody to know whose show I'm in. I mean, I don't know. There was some things with privacy people didn't like, you know? And then syncing my contacts. I don't need that. Suggest your account to others. So that only works if you have your sync contacts from your phone turned on. No need for that. And then if you want to delete your account, change your password, change your email, you do it all at the bottom there. So that's pretty much that one. But I want to show you the notifications. Right below it, you got addresses. That's where you ship your stuff to. Notifications. Okay, mine are all off right now because I've been working, so I don't want to have Whatnot distract me, even though I want to be on Whatnot and I want to buy stuff, but I got to work and I got to stay focused. So I have my phone like literally on silent. When I'm working on projects, phone is off. It's not a distraction, but I allow specific calls. So this is kind of the same thing. So this is, you got to go in there and change this and make sure you select what you want. So recommended shows, chat tagging. Okay, following only, because everyone, if they get to know you, they will tag the crap out of you. You get these alerts on your phone, you're going to get a ton. So since I'm still working on the projects, I'm going to put no one right now. I don't want any of it on right now. But when I want to change it, you can do that. New followers. But just know that these alerts go to your phone as notifications. And you could get like 50. You could get 100. You could get more. It will drain your battery. There's no doubt right there. But look, I'll do recommended shows. Here, I'll leave one, see if we get on. And I'll do everyone. Okay. And if I were to turn on new followers, shows from sellers I follow. Actually, that one is usually what I have. Or shows saved. That's what I do right here. That's kind of what I always have, shows I've saved. And then chat tagging, let me go back. Let's fix it. Following only. That's pretty much what I have. You can choose what you want, but that's kind of how you set it. Because if you bookmark these shows, oh, wait, let me go back here. If you bookmark the shows and then you're like, oh, who did I bookmark? I have no idea, right? Okay, you got to go back to this menu. Yeah, go back to this menu and see where it says saved. Click on saved. It's going to show all the shows you bookmarked. Okay. These are all the sellers I've bookmarked. And some people I'll bookmark a lot of their shows. Oh, Flippin' Cool has a show. Ceramics. And just tons of people, right? But the same thing applies to Marketplace. I have no products in there. These are listings I've saved, just different items. And then searches, nothing in there. So that's kind of like how it works. And then for example, if I take the bookmark away, it still stays in there, but if I come back, it's gone. So I book Mimi's in hopes that, 5 o'clock is hard for me, but I really try. I know. You know what, Lori? Whatnot had an update and it changed the wording. And it was really nice when it said bookmark and notify. But they just had an update. They changed it. It's back to this little thumbnail, the circle with the little bookmark. Because it's hard to hit every time you touch it. If you've got thick fingers, it puts you into the show. You know, you got to do it like slow and steady. Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty much how that works. But you got to have those settings on or you can't, you know, get to the show. And you could go from here, you know, it'll alert you once they go live, it removes itself from this show. You know what I mean? Yeah, it removes it. So there's some shows like I have myself bookmarked, but it will send me an alert. Yeah. So that's pretty much the right there. Just remember, like, you know, when you follow, you can message somebody right here. There's all kinds of stuff. But with that being said, I think I'm going to just double check. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out and asking questions. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to raid someone right now. So if you hang in there and we could go meet a new friend and support them any way we are able to. I'm going to try to come on tonight, but I will be on Wednesday night. Today's a busy day, so we'll see. I'm really trying hard to get back to my Insomniac Club. It's really hard, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Anytime. I hope it helps you. I'm technical. I'm a nerd. I do graphic design. I'm a photographer, and I'm just into cameras. Like I said, I'm a photographer. So anything technical, I want to know how it works and all that. And I'm happy to share that with you guys. Yeah. And I love to sell stuff too, because I like to get cool stuff myself. Yeah. Good luck when you're doing your onboarding at 5. Yep. And then when are you going to schedule your show? Let me just get ready for check the raid to make sure she's on still. Because I said I would raid American Sass. I've never been there, don't know them. Just want to make sure they're still on real quick. Thank you guys for being here. And it always helps. Okay, they're still on. They have 6 people in their room. So let's go on over. You're welcome anytime. Feel free. All right, let's do this raid. So it looks like she's doing jewelry right now, but she has a store full of 256 buy it now items from $2, $3. Tons of cool stuff. And she's got about 134 ratings, 5-star seller. So let's check it out. I know American Sass, but I've not been to a show. So, but let's raid. And thank you guys. I hope you all have an awesome day. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a good one.